Warning. Aspects of Dead on Dave are over the top and meant strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't take it too seriously and have some fun.
Might be my arrogance, but ain't nobody stopping me. That's how I go. Study that pimp biology.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. It is the Thursday show right here on Dead on Dave Live. And of course, with Thursdays come great responsibility, or in this case, irresponsibility, because we're going to stir the fucking pot like only the way that we can. Of course, I don't do it by myself. We have the one, the only Assburger joining us today. What's up, buddy?
I don't have the energy to match you.
Welcome to the monotone hour with us. We don't care.
yeah. So
Good
yeah,
God.
so we were gone for 3 months though.
What are you talking about? We've been doing shows every week. What do you mean? We were gone? What happened?
I didn't get to talk about Death Wish on the movie Death Wish on Stir the Pot, and I'm upset.
You're upset because you were unable to give an abortion to an abortion of a movie. My God.
That movie got lauded because it was a bad time for that movie to come out.
Yes.
It got fucking roasted, and I was just like, guys, this movie is awesome. It's great. The scene where he just walks up and goes, "You the ice cream man? I'm your last customer," and then just puts in 3 bullets and walks away. That's the kind of shit that makes me minority it up in the theater and go like, "Hell yeah!"
Minority it up, bitch! Don't go in the room.
I was being a stereotype in the theater. I was like, "Yeah."
My
Straight
God.
up, there was a white guy that I turned racist. He was on the fence, and then he just heard me making noise in the movie theater, and he's a racist. now.
Not the first, I'm sure. You've made many conversions of that. If I had to fucking guess, my God, it's good to have you back, man. I've missed you. I missed all the co-hosts, but I particularly miss you. Not a diss to anybody else, but you bring out something different in me than anybody else does, because you don't fucking care. You come right in and you punch everything right in the mouth with me, and I enjoy that. You let me. It's like Tommy always says about different co-hosts bringing out different things in them, and you have a different effect on me. So I'm really glad to have you back, and I'm glad that you've gotten through all the hardships that you've gone through over the last few months. We won't get into that too much, but I do know that you have made considerable life changes, and I want to say, as a friend, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Now call me a cuck.
I'm not calling you a cuck. No, you don't understand. You don't understand how much I miss this, because now the co-host, the person that I've been bouncing off, is either Monkey or E-Rich, and Monkey doesn't care.
Monkey, yeah,
and
right.
E-Rich is just the most lib cuck. Like, I can't form a cohesive argument because he infuriates me so much. The lizard brain takes over.
Oh, good God.
Like, I go into fight or flight whenever I hear the shit that comes out of his mouth.
I would like to answer your question, but I really like to punch you in the fucking face right now, and I can't think of anything else.
He said that if a cop, if you're a cop and someone in your police department shoots an unarmed black kid or whatever, like,
right.
Pulls a little Zimmerman, if you don't leave the precinct and find another precinct to work at, you're part of the problem.
Good
like,
logic.
You're partly responsible, and I'm like, what?
Yes, that's great logic. Abandon all of your other brothers that you've made at that fucking precinct because one asshole. That's right. Jesus.
Yeah, leave him with the job. You're the good cop. You leave, and let's just have nothing but bad cops.
God, yes, exactly. We'll just make this the worst district ever. That's what we'll do. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because nobody believes in balance. I'm learning more and more that there's 2 things that are running rampant right now in the fucking world, especially on social media more than anything else. It's that nobody believes in balance. It's got to be one way or the other completely. No fucking middle ground at all. That you cannot give in to the opposition. And the other is professional victimhood. It's all we fucking see. I had to go after fucking Kathy Griffin when I never do. I don't go after anybody. I don't fucking retweet people's fucking tweets and talk. This Griffin made my goddamn head explode, and it kind of ties into something later on that we'll talk about.
The Secret Service trying to ruin my life.
This fucking, it's like she actually cited, because we're going to talk about the Norm Macdonald thing in a little bit, but she actually cited Norm, that whole situation, and she made it about herself saying, Norm could get this after what he said. But I leaked an information about an executive telling me that there were too many women talk shows, and somehow I'm black. No, cunt, listen to me. What probably he said was, we've met our quota on obnoxious loudmouth cunt talk shows. We already have Chelsea Handler. We don't fucking need you too. Okay?
Women are funny, dude. You gotta get over it. Women are funny.
Of course,
you gotta get over it.
You're right, they are funny. They can be, just not Kathy Griffin.
You gotta get over it.
I cannot fucking stand her. Ah, what a repugnant cunt. Oh, anyways.
I just don't know. I just can't believe the mindset that like people like an Erich are in, because they physically cannot imagine a reality where they're wrong. So nobody in the entire process of that was like, hey guys, isn't it a bad idea to hold up a realistic head of the president? Nobody thought to say that. Nobody, because they're all like, fuck the flyover states. I'm from Hollywood. Please serve my coffee in a fucking goat horn or whatever.
That's right.
Like the fact that nobody just like straight up just like looked at Kathy Griffin and was like, you sure about this?
Right. Yeah, I'm just wondering. It's like, are you sure you want to go this much gore? Like, can we like make his face not look like? If we put sparkles on this, it'll probably be okay. No. Let's make it as realistic as possible, and then we'll just say there's no meaning behind it afterwards. No big deal. They'll believe it. Jesus.
Why does Assburger sound like he's in a cave? I only got like one futon and I'm on a my desk is one of those folding tables that people use for like potlucks in the Boy Scouts and shit.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I'm poor.
Is that before or after they get touched by the Scoutmaster?
Oh well. Now we're gonna have equal opportunity rape in the Boy Scouts because it will become the Kid Scouts now.
That's right. That's right.
Cave burger. Yeah, God, how bad do I sound? Hang on, let me.
Not that bad. I mean, you're a little hollow-ish.
Oh, wow, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
I can't really tell because in my headphones, everybody always sounds echoey, so I couldn't even tell any different from anyone else, to be honest. But I guess it is.
Here, I'll just lower it and talk closer. Let's see if that helps.
Yeah, get up in there. Get up in there nice and deep like. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still on Kid Scouts. All right, yeah, whatever. Get your wrench.
Oh, well, fucking deal with it, bitches. What can I tell you?
Let's talk about fucking Norm Macdonald, man.
You want to start with Norm?
Yeah, we'll start with Norm. I was slept on him for a while. I didn't know about Norm Macdonald because I'm not like part of your generation. So yeah, I didn't know about Norm Macdonald for a while.
You just call me fucking old?
Yeah, okay. Because you remember him. You remember him going, "Please God, don't let me bomb in front of the president," and then just holding that silence for as long as he could.
That's what he does, man. Norm Macdonald is a brilliant comedian.
Oh, he's one of my favorites. I love the moth joke.
The moth joke is one of the greatest jokes ever told, especially on a talk show, like a fucking late night talk show. Good. Yeah. The moth joke is brilliant. The moth joke is brilliant.
It's just the way. I think my personal favorite is him explaining what they should do to fix Huckleberry Finn on the phone, on radio. For like 30 minutes, he keeps them in. He's saying like, well, how do we stop? We don't want to erase history and change the word of Charles Dickens or whatever. But he just keeps it going for a minute. He's just like, well, you know, Huckleberry Finn is a white kid, right? Just make him a black kid and it's okay.
What's really funny is I'm just not even going to correct that you said Dickens and Huckleberry Finn. He's part Puerto Rican, kids. All right? He's getting the best that he fucking get out of this situation. Leave him alone.
Dude, I was homeschooled.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
I actually, our Sonic Let's Play, I actually get into like I'm starting to get into my entire life on this Nuzlocke I'm doing and this Let's Play series we're doing. And I got a comment the other day that was just like this long thing, like after seeing everything you've done this year, but hearing this, you were made to fail, and I feel sorry for you. And it's okay that you did everything you did, and I'm just like, thank you. Finally,
someone
knows it's not my fault.
I can finally just fucking love myself now. Thank you so much. All right, so by the way, I want to give a big thank you before we get into Norm Macdonald's story. Thank you to the entire chat for being here. Thank you for supporting shows all week. I greatly appreciate it. A little bit of support wouldn't be too much to ask, though. Tweet out the stream, all of that good shit. And towards the end of the show, like we've been doing all week, if we get any donations that equal up to $15, I'll chug some beers while we're taking questions at the end of the show. Sorry, Assburger. But other than that, I am. What can I say? Hey, I found out today my liver's great. Fuck it.
You found out today what?
My liver's working like fucking gangbusters, son.
All right, let me get spread the wealth, man.
Let's fucking ruin that shit. You want a piece of it? I'll give you a piece. How much are you willing to pay for a piece of my liver? I will. It's a goddamn. Why? Why? We'll see. We'll see how you. We'll see what you say in 10 years, motherfucker.
You know how much fat you gotta cut around to get to that liver.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, we're off and running. All right, take us. Take us.
You're built like a thumb, man.
I am built like fucking a really grotesque, fucking bashed over the goddamn thumb head with a fucking hammer.
You got a
50
chin
times.
like Thanos, my dude.
I do.
Anyway, Norm Macdonald defended Louis C.K.
and
Roseanne.
Yeah.
And pretty much what he said was he was talking about Chris Hardwick, and Chris Hardwick got accused of sexual assault by one woman, right?
Yes.
And he can't stop getting harassed now. Like he's straight up getting harassed. He says he can't walk down the street without somebody giving him shit and all that.
Yes.
And it was one woman. And what Norm Macdonald said, and he just did this. He just clarified this on the View, whatever that show is this morning.
The flapping cunt show, as I like to call it.
Yeah. He clarified that he meant like if 70 women say something, then yeah, there's something there. But why can just one woman make this man a victim? And he called Chris Hardwick and Louis C.K. victims, and they insinuated that he's saying that they're just as much as victims as the victims of the sexual assault.
Yeah.
And so now now Norm Macdonald is fucking almost being destroyed over that.
Yeah, he went on to say it was during a comedy act when he originally made the remarks, and what he said was that he understands what the victims or the alleged victims or whatever the case may be. I don't know how much a victim you could be in the Louis C.K. situation when you actually said it was okay for him to do everything that he did. But I fucking digress. It's 2018. Hashtag me too. Whatever.
Me too.
Hashtag me too. Hashtag no you.
Movement is slowing down.
Yeah, well, not anymore because it just got a fucking shot in the arm yesterday. But that'll come up really soon, I'm sure. But what he said was, regardless of what all that stuff, these are his friends, Roseanne, and he was specifically talking about Roseanne and Louis C.K. These are his friends, and he had to watch both of his friends lose their entire careers in a day, in hours in Roseanne's fucking case. And he says no matter what anything else, those victims and anybody else has not had to go through those set of circumstances. Yeah, and I don't think people think about that. What is so bad there?
It's especially sore for Roseanne, too, because Norm Macdonald is like the only Republican comedian.
Right.
And Roseanne is the other only Republican comedian. Because, they're the only two that made it in liberal Hollywood. They're like, I can't think of any other Republican comedians than like people who make fun of it, like Larry the Cable Guy or something. Yeah. Like it being a caricature. Just the fact that he's like this way politically, but is so funny that he doesn't need to bring politics into it.
He never does. He never does.
But the moment they do, look what happens to him. Look what happened to Roseanne.
I'm gonna make a fucking counter argument on Norm here. He didn't even make it political. He was talking about his relationship with his friends, and like everything else, this has gotten completely fucking overblown and misconstrued. And I'm gonna blame Norm Macdonald for part of it because this is an issue. Stop apologizing. Stop it.
You can't. You have to now.
Fuck.
You have to. You have to, otherwise your career is dead. They won't let you back in. They want you. For some reason, it's just so satiating for them to hear the words, I apologize for my actions, my problematic language. And honestly, I'm shitting myself because look at my entire career.
You need to be shitting yourself.
I said the other day on a podcast that white people are turning themselves into the new N-words. And with the way that they're behaving, and I kind of think they are, because that new movie Peppermint, we went to go see Peppermint, and they're calling it racist because a white female in Los Angeles just so happened to take out a cartel that happened to be Mexican despite living in Los Angeles. Like, how could so they're calling it like a racist movie, and I'm just like, what is it gonna be What the Russians are running loose? Are running loose in Los Angeles? You got a Russian cartel. What are you gonna if you're gonna set it in Los Angeles? Who's running the cartel?
Right.
Where do you think? I even went into the mic and I was like, "Where do you think your fucking weed comes from, you retards?"
Jesus Christ.
You're fucking funding it. You're literally
right.
funding it.
It's in the fucking barrio, motherfuckers. What the hell's the matter with
Problem.
you? Jesus
So it's got
Christ.
a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not a good film. Like, it's
Oh,
not
it's
great,
not.
but like, I fucking thank you, CrimsonStudios. Entertainment is ruined.
It is.
And the fact that Norm Macdonald, I don't even think Norm Macdonald has said anything like straight up like controversial before.
No, Norm is a rambler. Norm is the guy. Norm Macdonald is the man who went to a comedy roast and read a fucking newspaper. Okay, that's Norm Macdonald. All right, Norm Macdonald isn't trying to be. He's edgy with his unedginess. That's the joke. That's what's funny.
I mean, yeah, and even when he is edgy, like one of my favorite bits of his is when he makes the 9/11 joke, and he's saying, "Don't laugh about 9/11." He's like, "I had to walk through blood and bones in the streets of New York looking for my brother." He just does that thing where he ropes you into this story, and he just goes like, "Turns out he was in northern Canada the whole time."
If he even had a brother, that's the good thing about Norm Macdonald. You just don't know.
Yeah, and
ridiculous.
like even him now, Norm Macdonald isn't saying, because what is Norm Macdonald? Because like Louis C.K., you knew his time was coming
Yes.
when he has this joke for the N-word.
Yeah.
He put a target on his back.
He did.
Or when he said that, when he did his bit about pedophiles and how even though they know it will ruin their life, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good for them to risk everything. It's gotta be the best thing
most
ever.
amazing thing ever. Yeah, it's Jesus. You're right though. He had a target on his back for a very long time, and all they had to do was wait for him to try to make a target out of some people that he asked to come watch him masturbate. That was it. That's all that had to happen. I think
To take down
Good.
a man with masturbating, how?
Right. I'm sure it
And-
was not a heavy-handed thing to do. I'm sure
God.
it took a light touch. You know? Yeah. Just missing. Yeah. Anyways.
I don't. I'm wondering what crazy alcoholic shit is gonna come back to haunt me like a year from now.
Well, here's the thing too. You really do need to worry, and so do I, and so do like everybody fucking else that's on YouTube, because it's coming for us. It's come in some forms, like with the adpocalypse, but right now, people aren't even realizing it enough. The YouTube dynamic that we know and love and hate and loathe, whatever, is coming to an end. Because definition, the one thing that YouTube and social media has lacked tremendously since its inception, is coming. Shit like Article 13 in the EU, shit like everything that's happening right now with the divide of what YouTube is becoming and where it's going. It's coming for us. Man. It's coming.
The problem is we're invalids now, dude.
Right.
You and I. And I was too late. I was born too late, because this is the next topic. There is a comedy special called Nanette on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
And we got a pixie hutted.
Thank you, Mystic, for a buck. Norm Macdonald said some shit. Thank you. I'm sorry, I had to read that. My apology. Thank you, Mystic, for the buck. $14 to the first chug. All right, continue.
But comedian Hannah Gadsby is straight up saying now that self-depreciating humor is problematic because it contributes to hating women.
Oh, what? Whoa, what?
This is
Self-deprecating
this is
humor.
how-
What?
yeah.
All self-deprecating humor.
Self-deprecating humor is becoming problematic now.
Even if it's used by men.
Yeah, I guess making women joke about themselves. I think this is just like the beginning of the end. I think this is like when the elephants are running upland and you look and you're just like, huh, that's weird. Why are all the elephants leaving at the same time?
Yeah.
you see a group of birds just fly away frantically.
Why are these rats trying to find a hole desperately? What's happening? I don't understand. Jesus Christ.
I don't.
I'm trying to get where the logic is, though. Why is self-deprecating humor problematic for women? I'm having like, is she counting that they're doing it to themselves? I'm confused.
Yeah, because she says something and then the audience pulls back and she's like, you see this tension, it's you, it's everybody as a whole. This is a huge problem.
Oh, good God.
And it ties into her being sexually assaulted and her being a lesbian, but like she can't. I don't.
I'm confused. Did she say this during a comedy special?
Yeah, she says it in the comedy special.
Well, I'm going to give her the same protection that I'm going to give any comedian. I'm not gonna hit her. I'm not gonna hit her because I'm not. I can't. I'd be a fucking hypocrite. I can't hit her here because if everybody else is what they're saying, what Norm Macdonald also said in the comedy special is a joke. This is a joke and it should be protected under the same way. I got to fight both ways here. I have to. I disagree with what she's saying. I don't think it's correct, but I'm gonna give her the fucking benefit of the doubt as a comedian, and fucking say that's what she was. She's making a joke. That's it. It's not funny. It doesn't have to be. Comedy is more subjective than food. So I'm going to give her a pass.
She says in her special, I hate Picasso, but I'm not allowed to, which is bullshit.
That is bullshit.
It's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
And she says, a married, famous, and at the height of his artistic career, carried on an affair with a teenage girl named Marie-Therese Walter. And she goes, does it matter? And she says, yes, it does matter. It does. It matters. His art matters because of who he was.
Right.
And this is what's happening now. Like,
oh, we're seeing it in every. I mean, look, there are instances where I get it. Like, you know, I'm sure you remember the Chris Benoit thing. Chris Benoit is one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of the fucking business, but nobody can utter his name because he fucking went nuts and killed his son and his wife and then himself. You know?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering who you were talking about.
You can't
I was
talk.
waiting for some child rape or something.
No. Well, there's been shit like that. There's been shit like that in wrestling as well. And we still talk about a lot of the people that do these things. And in certain aspects we can, in others we cannot. Like, Jesus Christ, Nietzsche. Fucking Nietzsche. You know, Nietzsche had some relationships that were questionable within his own fucking family.
As an artist, you know, I went to music school. Most of the people I listened to were Richard Wagner. You know,
yes, I know Wagner.
He's quoted with saying, you know, the best thing a Jewish man can do is set himself on fire. So, like, obviously he's not a good person, but right. The music he made is amazing. You have to fucking.
I think you can celebrate the art of somebody without celebrating the person. You know, you can disagree. It's like saying if fucking John Wayne Gacy came up to you, you know, and said, "Don't kill people." You can't listen to him because he murdered 150 fucking children. No, of course you can. Of course you can. It's the same concept, but in reverse. You can honor the message without honoring the man or the woman. It is possible. You can separate it. I do it with Michael Jackson, mainly because I don't know what he did or what he didn't fucking do. So I still dance to Thriller every fucking time I hear that song. And you're allowed to. Now, some people are incapable. Yeah, you're not allowed anymore. You're right.
You're not allowed anymore. That's what this is a problem. Even though she's allowed to have this, it's setting a precedent that you have to be clean cut now in order to make it, and that's just not. Then we're just gonna get the people who are fucking evil, who are good at hiding it.
Yep, that's all that's gonna happen. Yeah,
I can't fucking hide it. I can't hide it. I'm a loud alcoholic. There's no way that I can hide this. How do I hide this? I hate edgy, dirty comedians. That's why I love Bill Cosby. But that's all you're ever gonna get now. You're only gonna get Bill Cosby's if this happens.
I love that. Come on. That's a good line. That's a great joke. I hate edgy, dirty comedians. That's why I love Rape Cosby. That's fucking fantastic. Come on. That's great. Convicted now rapist Bill Cosby. Fucking fantastic. I love it.
But like, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get the people that can do it. Because I can't put on a facade like that.
No,
there's
you're gonna hide
no
it.
way in hell.
You're right.
Especially doing these live shows. I'll fuck up. The moment I get a platform, I'm gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna drop the N-bomb on SNL.
It's fucking great too because now because of that last statement, the John Wayne Gacy line is even more fucking prominent. That's a guy who was loved by his entire goddamn community until they started digging in his backyard. You know, it's like you can hide it. That's what people do, and that's what they've always done. Now you're gonna have to get more creative. You're gonna have to go into your Twitter timelines, and you're gonna have to take away anything that could possibly label you as any of these things that are being targeted by the people who want control, not over you, over your thought.
Gunn.
Yeah, look at James
Gunn.
Look at James Gunn.
That tweet was like older than me.
Yep, and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And Batista, all for what he was doing. I'm so glad that he spoke out. Why have you not walked off the movie yet, Dave? Come on. You fucking said it.
You know
he said it. Then he shouldn't have said it. Then he shouldn't have said it. I was propping him up. I was like, Dave, look what Dave's doing. This is great. Fuck.
I'm glad he spoke out, even though because we all know he can't leave.
He can
you
leave.
Know
Yes, he
can't
can.
leave.
Yes, he can.
No, it will ruin everything. They will blacklist him. He's contractually
Who cares?
Who
cares?
There's nothing.
He's a wrestler. Who cares? He got lucky with the career that he's got.
WWE would let him back in or
Absolutely.
whatever.
They just let Hogan back in. Absolutely. They just let Hogan back in.
They let Hogan back in?
Yeah, Hogan's back in the Hall of Fame.
But
Yeah.
Hogan didn't really do anything. Like Hogan
went on it. What are you talking about?
Hogan had a sex tape.
Yeah, Hogan. No, he didn't. He didn't just have a sex tape. Are you forgetting the entire N-word rant at the end of the sex tape? That's what he got fucking shit listed for.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He actually used the phrase, "I'm racist."
For some reason, the N-word, you can get away with saying it as long as you apologize.
Depending on who you are, depending on the circumstances.
Paula Deen did the duck.
Paula Deen got away with it because she said it 30 years ago in a court hearing. Hogan's is a little bit more tricky because it was on camera and it was more recent. Dave Chappelle puts this in perfect fucking perspective. Absolutely perfect perspective. This was a while back. He goes, and he uses Ray Rice as the perfect example of it because this is great. Because Ray Rice, you know, everybody knew what happened after he fucking Ray Riced his girlfriend in the elevator. Excuse me, now wife, because she married him immediately after.
Oh my god, they got married
immediately after.
This is why I'm sexist. This is why I'm sexist.
He went to the team, he went to the league, he went to the cops, told everybody what happened. I punched her, I did, I explained it, and nobody gave a fuck. He didn't get suspended, nothing happened. Then that video came out. That changed everything. And Dave Chappelle says it like this. He says, I could tell my friends that I fucked the fat bitch last weekend. And you know what? They're going to make a couple jokes, but they ain't going to care. But if there's a video of me fucking the fat bitch, that shit lives forever. Because when you can see it and you can hear it, it changes it. It makes it real. It hits you in the face. That's why Twitter doesn't matter most of the time. Because it's just things on a keyboard. Context is hard to determine on a keyboard. Tone, emotion. It's very difficult through keystrokes to determine exactly what the person is trying to say. It's very ambiguous. But when they make a video, it's different. Because
it's not ambiguous anymore. Those tweets just ruined James Gunn's entire career, and they were retweets of and responses to old tweets. They were just like jokes. It would just be like if you retweeted something and then I called you a pedophile or something, and then all of a sudden, because that tweet doesn't live anymore, Assburger apparently lives under a rock. How did you not know about the Hogan rant? I just don't follow wrestling anymore.
Sorry. Well, that was a pretty big story though. Something I covered here many times. By the way,
I thought what that one guy conglomerate released the sex tape, and then he got like $40 million off. He
got a lot more than that, but it was more about that. That was the lawsuit part of it.
Yeah, but I only get into the lawsuit.
Yeah, but he got kicked out of the WWE Hall of Fame. I mean, all of it. He was blacklisted for a long time. And in fact, I covered it right here. I was glad to know you're watching the fucking show, buddy. I covered it when one of my first comeback shows was about this because it was very interesting because I got actually into a conversation with JTG, who is a professional wrestler, and he wrote one of the best articles on race relations that I've ever fucking read in my life, and I am not kidding. He put things in such good perspective without coming off like whiny or looking for sympathy. He placed them in their proper place, and he was fair to all parties, and he did it while still burying Hogan in a way. It was very, very well done. He's a fantastic writer. You got to read that shit. It's very good.
Is he a minority?
Yeah, he's black. Yeah. He's not only black, but he was in a fucking WWE tag team called Crime Time, where they fit every goddamn racial stereotype to the team. It was unbelievable. It was great.
But here's the thing, I don't care if you wanted me to wear a sombrero and a Sancho on this show. I don't understand that Apu thing that came out.
Oh Christ.
I straight up I wanted to just have a plan. I just wanted to take to Twitter and be like, all right, get rid of Bumblebee Man.
Right.
Get rid of fucking Bumblebee Man. Because Bumblebee Man has no dimensions other than, la manzana se la marana!
Cabeza!
Yeah, literally, now if you want to call problematic and fucking grandstand, that's straight up just straight up.
To be fair though, that is Telemundo though. That is Telemundo.
That is straight up a stereotype. That's some of the most stereotypical shit I've ever seen in my life.
You know what bothered me about the Apu thing? What really, really irked me is that Apu might be the greatest goddamn success story.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
he's such a character.
And he loved America so much that he was willing to change everything about himself to stay. Does everyone forget when he tried to get Homer to teach him about the United States so he could stay in America? That dude loves America. He got
a birth certificate like through the black market and shit.
Yeah.
He was vegan. He had so many kids. He was a fully developed. That's why I'm like, why is Bumblebee Man still on here now? Because what development does Bumblebee Man have other than just yelling in Telemundo?
Yep.
That's all he does. And for you to like don't even try to act like fucking Aziz Ansari. I'm sorry to say Aziz Ansari, but you are an Uncle Tom.
Well, yeah, he's got his own problems too.
The characters you play are called like Steve and Martin. Okay, you play white people who happen to be Indian. You can't. That's like Kevin Hart isn't that black anymore. I don't know what happened. You can't dance for the white people like that and then try and get upset about it.
Right. No, I mean, look, to be fair, though, again, it's about being fair. I try to do the most I can. Some black comedians, especially comedians, have been able to pull it off. Richard Pryor's blackness was never called into questions. Neither is Dave Chappelle's, to be fucking frank. You know, it's just there are certain ethnic groups out there that are fucking more cannibalistic towards their own. And one that doesn't seem to be, at least in the public eye, seems to be the African-American culture. They don't cannibalize their own very fucking often. You don't see it. White people do it.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, I don't see it. I don't see it as
Drake.
no.
Drake.
Well,
Look at Drake.
But that's the industry.
Drake like divides.
That's
Drake
rap,
like parts the
though.
seas like Moses.
But that's selling. That's rap. I don't count that. That's a form of entertainment that is about that. That's a divisive culture. That's what you sell with. I don't count that. Comedy. I don't think comedy is in the same boat there. You don't say comedians really believe in that brotherhood until you try to fucking shirk them their fucking percent.
Here's the problem, and here's what I hate about being a minority now is that now it's no longer about telling jokes. It's about telling my story about being this race.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Why is every special turning into story time? I have had bad feelings. Like this Nanette thing that I mentioned. She's a lesbian. So she talks about on the special what it's like to be a but every good every like critically acclaimed special now has to have victim. It has to be. You have to be a victim now to be a successful.
Because
comedian.
they're not jokes anymore. I don't hear one joke that you told from that. Even though I defended it about being a because it was under the guise of a comedy special. I didn't hear a fucking joke though. But that's not for me. That just because I don't get those jokes don't make them less joking. If she's selling it as a comedy special, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt until she goes on a fucking Kathy Griffin type platform. Like, I barely consider Kathy Griffin a fucking comedian. Barely. She's a political fucking... God, she's more on politics now than she's anything else. And she uses it as a shield, and a lot of comedians do. But I don't feel like it's my place, personally, to be like, no, that shield needs to go down. That comedy shield does need to be there. It's an important fucking shield. We should have that to be able to protect the fucking jokes that are being made. Now, if you want to go into the political spectrum, then I think that shield definitely gets smaller and smaller, and you'll be able to take some arrows. But, it's a fucked up thing. It's so weird. It feels like the line is completely dissolving.
It really is. Mystic says, Asperger non-man, we're white passing people of color. We have no say about it. That's not true. I get so many handouts or like fucking like white apologies, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Why are you talking for me? Why are you? That's what pisses me off. Why do you treat us like we need you to defend us? Right. This is it's more racist to me that this is happening. That the peppermint thing, getting like 13% around. What did I go into the theater and now my day's ruined because she killed a bunch of Latinos?
Yeah. Right. Why? It's weird. Isaiah said most jokes are based in truth, and I agree with that. But that doesn't mean that they should be taken as fucking fact. You'll notice that I quote comedians more than I do philosophers. I'll quote Carlin more than almost anybody else because they're some of the most insightful fucking people in the world. In the world, comedians are very good at breaking down things in ways that most normal people simply aren't, and they're able to do it at a fucking speaking level that's almost freakish. It's not about philosophy anymore. No.
It's about where you are on the chain of privilege.
Right.
And comedy is literally, I hate to be that that guy with the boombox saying the end is coming, but it really feels like it is.
The
I
party's
can't.
over. We have no more warriors.
I literally was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah.
I should have been born in the 80s. I would have been killing it.
You're not even wrong. You'd be absolutely fucking murdering shit, probably quite literally, because you are Mexican. But I mean, it's like, it's what's fucked up is we used to have comedians that would purposely really go and blur the line and really, like Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman used to do things so fucking blurred that you didn't know if it was goddamn comedy or it was truth, reality. Until the joke was actually told, until the punchline, until the very fucking end, you were never sure. And he would do it right in your fucking face, and he'd punch you in the mouth with his words, and he didn't give any fucks. And people respected that. Carlin walked the line of the political spectrum better than almost any comedian in history. And he did it also while speaking out against commercialism, while cashing checks from 1-800-COLLECT. Yeah. You know, I mean, like, it's hard to do. And it's because
over.
It's over. Because there's no more warriors. There's no more warriors. Nobody wants to fight.
I've been, like, trying to write jokes. Because my stand-up comedian has always been, like, my pipe dream. Like, I would love to be a stand-up comedian. But, like, I write my jokes down, and I'm like, I can't say this anymore. Right, so I only got one joke. Like, I have one bit. Have you ever heard my Harvey Weinstein joke?
Tell your Harvey Weinstein joke. Go ahead.
Okay. Because I cannot say it, and it's become a
You can say it here. Fuck it. I'm going to get taken down eventually anyway. Go ahead.
What I have to do is it had to only be during the fucking big storm. I just had to see. So Harvey Weinstein's been in the news lately. Have you guys read about this and all this sexual assault? Does anybody know the name of the woman who first spoke out against Harvey Weinstein?
No.
Exactly, because she didn't get famous sucking that kite cock. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no! Assburger! Assburger! What the fuck, man?
I can't go out with that one.
No, you can't. No, you were good. Why did you have to use that word? You just used the Jew N-word. Yeah, but I didn't know that was coming. I just thought it was a rape thing, which is okay. Oh no!
But you see the joke though.
Yeah, I saw the joke. It was. I'm gonna give you a little bit of constructive criticism. It's take out the kike. Just you don't need it. You don't need it. You do not fucking need that word. Oh my god.
That's what makes it the joke for me, is that it's so over the top. It's just like, exactly, of course you don't know her name. That's why. And I do it like a Norm Macdonald. I do like Norm Macdonald. I go out for a month. So like this one. When was the last time you saw Uma Thurman in a movie? Exactly. That's why she's speaking out now.
This is not fun. Oh man.
And it's. I mean, I could never.
You said kite because we all know that Harvey Weinstein is a big kite enthusiast. And
I had a big bit about how for white girls, like white girls are always the ones who were into BDSM because it's like ooh, kinky to them. But if you try to do BDSM on a black woman, she's gonna be like, are you trying to put me in chains? What the fuck is it? Like you can't. So I'm like, that's why white girls. I was gonna say it was gonna be a whole like diatribe on that, and I wanted to end it saying that's why white girls are better than black girls because they'll let you put handcuffs on them, or they'll let you do things to them. Because if you start, if I had a black girlfriend and I'm just like, hey, do you mind if I whip you? Like, you can't exactly do that. And I also wanted to tie it into how, like, that's why white girls like black guys, because when they're having sex, they have something to prove, right?
Oh, no.
So, like, me, whenever I have sex with my girlfriend, I look up at the sky and think of all my Taino ancestors who got brutalized by the people. I'm like, this is for you. I'm going to ruin this whole bloodline.
Oh, welcome back, by the way.
So, I only have one good joke. I only have one good stand-up joke.
That one, you can't use that one either.
Yeah, I know. There's only one joke I have.
Well, what is it?
It was this time. So, I was having a really shitty day. I was so hungover. I showed up late to class. I like everything had gone to shit. I don't know how I would build this joke, but my day is fucking terrible. So I come home And the last semblance of happiness in my day is gonna be this fucking chicken lean cuisine that I was gonna microwave. So it's dark. I come home late. I'm just tired and beaten and downtrodden. I shove the thing into the microwave and I stand there for 6 minutes watching it turn, knowing that if I had a gun, I would blow my brains out in that fucking moment. And finally, the microwave beeps. And it's just me sitting in there with the echo of the beep in my dark kitchen. The lights are off. The light of the microwave just made the whole room turned off, made the whole room go dark. I opened the fucking lean cuisine, and there's no chicken in it. And in that moment, I realized that God was real and that He hates me, and I became a man of faith. And that was gonna be my bit, is that I opened talking about how I found God. And that's what I wanted to end with, because that actually happened.
That's a good bit. That's a good bit.
It was soul crushing.
Oh, that's a good
bit. It was fucking soul crushing.
That was a good bit.
Memes for ages, and like I gotta refine that, but I want to.
You can go further with that. Like you can really take that places, and you can go one step to the other. That is a good fulcrum.
And
that is a good fulcrum.
An actual thing that happened, but I want to do my joke about how black people can't really get into BDSM the way white girls do. It's hilarious to me.
I would shelve that
hilarious
one. I would shelve that one. I'm very serious.
I think I could do it. I think I could frame it in a way to say that, like, to empower people of color. I think I can frame it in a way. But my Harvey Weinstein joke is one of my favorite because it's so over the top. Everybody freaks out. But then you leave, and then you're just like, I really don't know her name.
Right. Oh, good God.
Who did bring it?
That Psycho Reviewer asked, Dave, actual question. Do you think we could ever get another comedian like Kaufman, Carlin, or Pryor, or people like that? I'd like to think that we could. I would.
We can get a Pryor. We can't get a white guy to do it again. No,
you're probably right. You're probably right. I would like to think that we could, because I want to think that if we have somebody who is that creative, look, those three guys that you just mentioned are brilliant. They're geniuses, actual geniuses. They know how to command language in a way that us normal fucking plebeians can't. They're word manipulators in the best sense of the word. We don't have many of those anymore because comedy has changed so much to the point where it is like Assburger said perfectly earlier. Everything's a story time. There's very little joke. Everything's supposed to be relatable humor, and that's why it's supposed to be funny. There's no more extreme.
To be empowering.
Yes, that's it. That's all it's supposed to do. So why I would like to think that if somebody like that were to come along, they would revolutionize the comedy game. We wouldn't just have fucking Kevin Hart's unfunny ass constantly with these comedy specials. The closest that we have is Dave Chappelle. But unfortunately, Dave Chappelle, 2 years ago, he did a great thing that was so risky for him to do when Trump got elected, his Saturday Night Live thing where he was telling people to chill the fuck out, and then but then he backtracked. And he fucking, and now he's gone the other way, and now he's just like everybody else politically.
No, I think Dave is the last round, because
he's the closest thing we got.
Vega, I was gonna respond to that, but then we got on a tangent. Vega said if they come for Bill Burr, then it's over. They already got Bill Burr. His last special didn't have a single woman joke because his wife challenged him to do a special, and that's why he had 22 minutes of gorilla charades.
Yeah.
Wow. They already got him. There was not a single women bashing joke because he can't do that anymore.
I think Bill Burr's got greater problems, man, because if you saw him on the H3 podcast, he looks like the fucking Crypt Keeper, man. He looks awful. He's dying, dude. I'm telling you, that guy's got cancer. He's
not aging well.
No, he's got cancer. It may not be public. That motherfucker's got cancer. I know cancer when I see it. Bill Burr's got some sort of degenerate fuck. I'm telling you.
He's all I have left.
I apologize.
He's all I have left of the greatest comedian of all time, Patrice O'Neal. You want to talk about philosopher? Patrice O'Neal is the greatest, and if you're slept on Patrice O'Neal, then you need to
Patrice
go
was great.
Anything.
No, Patrice was great. I love Patrice.
I think he's way smarter than Carlin.
I think you're insane there.
I think if you hear him like argue, because
I've listened to a lot of Patrice. I like Patrice a lot.
He's the best. Well, you got to remember too. Compare me. Who am I more like, George Carlin or Patrice O'Neal?
Oh, you're Patrice O'Neal.
I showed it to my girlfriend, and she was like, "I can see why you want to be this guy."
Hey, thank you, Luna, for the $5. Why does the flying kites have to do with BJ? Nothing. Absolutely not. Thank you, Luna. I appreciate it. That's $6 for the show. That means, if I do my math right, 9 more bucks. Do the first fucking chug during the rants and calls and all of that later on. All right. So we still on this thing, or what's going on?
I'm still grandstanding this comedy thing.
Okay,
man.
good stuff.
I am so upset because like that movie the other day too, where it was like a good movie, but now it's got 13% on Rotten Tomatoes because a Los Angeles gang happened to be Mexican. I'm tired of white people now.
Yeah, only a Los Angeles gang, only one.
I'm tired of white people unracisting themselves. You guys are literally taking yourselves down from the top voluntarily. I don't understand. It's
not voluntarily. It's not voluntarily. You could be a serial killer and it wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be any worse than being a fucking white 50-year-old fucking man right now. You know,
I don't understand what these young white people are doing to themselves. You're on top. You're crushing it. Why is this happening?
My God, I'm waiting for all these benefits. I got offered heroin last night. You guys don't know. True fucking story. True goddamn story. Last night I go downstairs at a bodega that's right underneath my apartment. And by the way, the area that I live in is being cleaned up, and during the day it's fucking wonderful. It's a great place. It's budding. It's beautiful. But at night it's the fucking wild bunch. So I go get some milk. And I go downstairs, and this guy's outside. He's a white guy, by the way, too. White guy. He goes, hey, chief, you need a pack of cigarettes? I'm like, well, the convenience store sells cigarettes. If I wanted them, I could get them there. But I don't smoke. No, thank you. And he goes, well, what about some heroin? I'm like, and he said it so casually. Like, I was just...
It was like straight up a PSA. Like, right. It was just like, hey, kid, want drug?
Right. It was unbelievable. It was. I couldn't believe what just happened. It was. I will take one heroin, please. It was unfucking.
Heroin is such a white drug.
It is. Oh yeah, it is.
What's with you white people?
I don't know.
Heroin's such a white drug. There's
cocaine and heroin. Those are our drugs,
right
man.
Now.
Yeah, heroin and cocaine. I don't know why we like the drugs that stress us out more. You know, either gonna fucking kill you with heroin, or you're gonna be fucking.
Because you guys are on top.
Yeah, we're on top.
You need to go. That's right. So you guys will get addicted to the other shit after you're done putting yourselves on the bottom of the racial ladder voluntarily.
That's right.
You don't understand as a minority how amazing it is to watch white people argue with other white people over
we're not doing it to ourselves, man.
No, you're straight up. You never seen the video of the white guy yelling, "You're a white male. What do you know?" Like. Yeah. Straight up, you guys are infighting.
Because they feel like they have to. The ones that are becoming the SJW cucks that are fighting against their own goddamn people constantly, they feel like they have to survive. They've been taught this in schools. They've been taught this by the culture now. That's what you have to be. It's the only way you could survive.
It's weird because this is what you used to do to us, white people. What you do is you make the black people fight each other.
Well, they're doing that anyway.
They're
doing that anyway.
They'll stay on top.
They're already taking care of that.
That's
you guys,
created by white people.
You're doing that with the fucking. Fuck you! No, fuck off.
That used to be created by white people.
No, it was never created by white people. No,
it's created by white people.
Yeah, just like all the cartels down there in fucking Mexico too. We created that shit too.
I'm talking about black people.
Yeah, we created that.
Remember when Obama got elected and everyone was accusing, and all the Peak brothers were accusing Obama of acting too white, like they were calling his blackness into question. That's what I'm talking about. White people created that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I think that's just cultural. You have it anyway, and that's just hater. That's just hater. That's all it is. It's sheer hateration. You know, anybody successful, you got to tear them down, and you'll do that within your own culture most of the time, depending on the category of what it is. You're right. You are right. White people are fucking phenomenal at doing this, but we've always done it. Look at the Jews. The Jews are still white. God damn it. We still claim the goddamn Jews. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get yelled at.
They're white.
They're white. Jews are white. Fuck all. So are Italians too. All right. I'm Polish. I'm fucking white. It doesn't change anything. All right. It's fucking ridiculous. Jews are the most self-hating people on the planet and always have been. And they have been massacred by almost every other race on this fucking planet.
I think that's just a religious thing. I don't think that's racial.
It's cultural as fuck. It's cultural. What do you mean? That's not just religious.
They killed Jesus. I mean, what more disadvantage can a white person have than having the blame for killing Jesus?
So black people are naturally violent, Dave. No, humans are naturally violent, you fucking racist asshole. Humans are naturally violent.
Isaiah, are you white? Please
No,
tell
he's
me
black.
you're
And
white.
Isaiah for fucking years has been trying to fucking get me in this racist fucking trap. He's been trying to do it for fucking years, but he's stupid and he can't do it. No, that's not what I said. Listen to my words, fuckhead.
We're waiting for it because you guys are destroying each other. It's the weirdest. It's
Every-
a snake eating itself. I can't
That's
look
humans. That's human nature. It's not just one culture. It's human nature. We do this to each other. It's humanity. With this whole fucking nonsense of lines and division, that is a made thing by the lines themselves. That's not one fucking group of people that are doing it and put it in place. That is everybody acting it, whether it's people acting like victims and continuing to treat themselves as such, or if it's people on top trying to keep their position. It is everybody working in conjunction to do it instead of dropping their bullshit and simply moving forward. They can't do it because then they wouldn't have the control or they wouldn't be able to claim the victimhood anymore. And that's all people have. And they hang on to it. It's humanity. Has nothing to do with fucking cultural, who blacks are naturally fucking violent. Did I say that, asshole? No.
But do you see what's happening? I think you did. He like scurries away.
I love it. I will get you, Dave. I'll get you, Gadget, next time. I like Isaiah. I really do. I fuck with this guy so hard, but the reality is I've had to ban him like 4 times. I actually really like him. Because I do think he's a smart kid. I do. I think he's naive, but I think he's a smart kid.
This is what's happening. This is what white people are doing. Because that's exactly what that's why I
You're
asked
still
if he was
going.
white, because
You're still going with this.
the first thing I thought of was like, oh my god, Dave just got caught in a white trap by another white person. Because now white people make other white people apologize for saying the N-word.
Shut up and take my money.
Hey, a buck from Luna. Angry Dave makes my lady garden swampy. I will fucking marsh that swamp any fucking day you need, Luna. My sexy woman. Thanks so much for the buck. That's a buck closer. I don't even know where it's another what is it, $8, something like that. All right, keep it coming. Okay, you still gonna keep going? Patchy Jones. I thought Assburger died last night. What happened to that? Did you die? What happened? Are you Christ?
I relapsed last night.
You relapsed?
Yeah.
We talked for
bad.
10 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me. You said I'm still sober. What the fuck? You lied to me.
Yeah. In a way. It was bad. In a way. I didn't want to bring attention to it because it's so fucking embarrassing.
Oh my god, in a way.
But,
oh, I love you so much.
It's a lot of damage control right now.
God, dude, are you okay? First and foremost,
yeah,
are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, there's my white person compassion that never gets fucking talked about, you asshole. Jeez, are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it was just a thing. It was just a meme. It was a prank. It was a social experiment.
Just a prank, bro.
It was just a prank, bro.
Were you the one who tried to sell me the heroin? What the fuck happened? Holy god.
Prank, bro.
Holy shit.
But let's not get off topic here.
Yeah, let's not get on top.
White people are eating themselves, and it's sickening to watch. It's like watching somebody put the heroin needle in. It's like, why are you destroying yourself? I just don't understand.
Because
and I just want to be able to go on stage and tell my Harvey Weinstein joke.
That's what this really is about.
I can't tell. Do you have any idea the kind of trouble I would get to if I told that joke in front of an audience?
You're done.
But it's a good joke.
It's a great joke. That's not
I'm still sober. Shut up. We need to talk about comedians. That's why I didn't want to bring it up. The whole mood is ruined.
Right. Because I actually give a fuck about Assburger. Because I care about him. Because I care about him. I give a fuck. All right, what else we got? Let's move away from that fucking thing.
I guess we could talk about it. The needle of my arm. It's a social. We can talk about Ariana Grande is being blamed for Mac Miller's death.
Yeah, man. Oh god, Ariana had a bad week, buddy.
First off, I didn't even know they were dating.
I didn't either because I don't care.
Yeah. I forgot about Mac Miller. He had that song "Let 'Em In," and then I never heard from him again.
He had that Ibiza song, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Whatever.
I only know Some crazy ass kids gonna knock up on your doorstep. Let them in. Let them in. That song.
All
blew him
I
up.
know about Mac Miller is that the second that he decided to drug himself off this fucking planet, which I have absolutely no sympathy for, I'm sorry, hate me all you want.
Here we
The
go.
second he did that, then suddenly everybody was a Mac Miller fan. My God, but I never heard any of my friends on Twitter. I've been on Twitter for
I
7
hate
years.
that shit
I've never
so
seen
much.
one of them quote anything from Mac Miller. I've been friends with Tommy for a decade. I've never heard him utter his fucking name, and he did it too. They all fucking did it. You all fucking did. Okay, wait, Isaiah. One day you're gonna tell me what I'm naive about. Life. You're naive about life in general. You're young. You're supposed to be that way. You view it in a very binary way most of the time. At least that's how you come across here. I don't know you personally. I'm not in your heart. I can only tell you how I perceive you based off the shit you do in the chat that goes beyond fucking trolling at times to where I see sheer fucking naivety. But that's just my opinion. But anyway.
But yeah, the thing with the Mac, I'm a Mac Miller fan. I'm gonna tell you something, and you might get upset because you're white. I had no idea who David Bowie was. I had no idea.
That does affect my whiteness. I
had never known who he was. And then when he died, my friend was like crying that David Bowie died, and I was like, you've never talked about this guy once.
I doubt that.
When were you a fan of David Bowie? Who is David? I'm like,
everybody's a
David
fan
Bowie?
of David Bowie. Like, just because you don't know
Yeah,
David Bowie.
I know, but I'm saying like now all of a sudden David Bowie like is a big part of your life when you never talked about him before. Like
A little different than Mac
it's-
Miller.
No, but but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I've never heard you talk about. You've never shown me one David Bowie. You've shown me like Tegan and Sarah before you showed me David Bowie. Like straight up, like you've shown me bands that are called like they'll name their album self-titled EP.
Right.
So
yes.
that the article reviewing it has to say their self-titled EP.
That's right.
Self-titled EP.
That's right. Yes.
Like straight up, I heard more about bands. Than, how have you not told me who David Bowie is? And then now you're acting like you were this huge fan, like you're wearing a David Bowie T-shirt all of a sudden.
Right. Don't you hate that?
Same thing when Michael Jackson died. It was like,
But
oh yeah.
see, I don't like those comparisons. I don't like these comparisons.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because
they're
those
huge.
were superstars. Those were superstars. I get it. I understand why a motherfucker was doing Purple Rain in a gas station for Prince.
Who was the lady that just died? The black
Aretha
blues
Franklin.
lady. Yeah, Aretha Franklin. So many people.
Who's the black lady that just died? Oh my god.
Yeah, now everyone's like she was an icon for fucking.
She
civil rights.
was.
But like they're acting like she was until the day
No,
she died. I forgot
because
she was,
no, dude. You're just out of the loop.
She was.
You're out of the
But,
loop.
But like she wasn't still like.
She performed for
they're
4
acting
presidents. She performed for 4 sitting presidents. There's like only one other goddamn performer, and it's a comedian who can make that claim. And it's Don fucking Rickles. Okay.
No, but I'm saying they act like she just played a show in Alabama and she couldn't stay at the hotel she performed it. Like they were like that. They were grandstanding that hard. Okay.
No, I think that they were. No, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna defend on this one because I don't get that at all. I saw them telling the story of a fucking woman who, Jesus Christ, has one of the most interesting fucking stories in the history of music and one of the most influential and important voices in music.
I'm not saying she wasn't.
You got to tell the story and you got to tell the tribulations that go along with it. No, I'm sorry.
No, I've heard of her. I'm saying that I never heard of the people around me talking about her like that. You have never stood up on this soapbox yelling Aretha Franklin into the heavens until she died.
There's been a lot of people who have, though.
Stop trying to retcon. No, I'm talking about just like close friends and thing. I'm talking about you trying to retcon your support. Like, oh, like Amy Winehouse. I had never heard of her. Now she's like an icon for emo teenagers. I'm like, who?
I think that there's a little bit of a drop off here because I could see with it in your social group maybe that they just don't listen to these certain people. But every person that you just named, all 3 of them. All 4 of them are all fucking. Like you're getting absolutely the shit beat out of you. You deserve it. Because here's the point: you completely bastardized the amazing point that I made about Mac Miller. Because Mac Miller actually fits the category here. Nobody gave a fuck about Mac Miller, and he had like 17 shows on goddamn MTV. But everybody that I saw fucking going crazy and posting Mac Miller songs, I had never heard anybody talk about him before. I barely knew who he was, and I only knew who he was because I like Rob Dyrdek. Only reason why I knew who he was. That's it.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's just the same thing. I just picked more famous people to.
But those were really bad examples. They were terrible. They hurt the point.
That's how little I heard of these people. So for them to like retcon this, I'm like, you can't jump in the boat with all these fans. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. Yeah, everyone lies. Just goes. I was the only Nirvana fan I knew of back in.
That's bullshit too. Like that's insanity. That's craziness. See, I don't get that either. That one, unless you're from another fucking country, maybe. But my God, I lived through that. I was young enough, but old enough to fucking live through that and know how important Nirvana was at the time. They were incredibly important at the time. That MTV Unplugged that he fucking did, one of the first real major ones that MTV did, that's still to this day, even from the numbers at the time, was one of the most fucking watched things ever.
Oh, yeah.
He had his dick sucked a lot. Luna Blarp with another $1. The Taco Muncher has probably never heard of Diana Ross. The Taco Muncher.
I don't know. I don't know who Diana Ross is.
You Taco Muncher fuck.
Ross, let me look her up.
Oh, $6. $6 to a chug. I'm gonna need a drink tonight. Holy fuck. My God, the Taco Muncher. I like it.
You fucking Peckerwood motherfucker laughing at me being called Taco Muncher.
She's British too, man. She's fucking the whitest of the white. There's nothing whiter.
Learn how to fucking speak the language you created, you dick.
Don't start with her. She'll destroy you, man. Don't talk about my Luna. I'll kill for Luna, man. I'm a cult of Luna. She's my cult leader.
The only one that hurts is Vega going, dude, how old is this guy?
Right? That one hurts because it's a fellow fucking Mexican and shit.
Because Vega has it all, man. Vega can destroy you verbally and fucking physically.
Vega does have it all. He's the quadruple threat. He's fucking good looking. He's built like a fucking brick shit house. He's immensely talented. And he just happens to be one of them. And you know what the best part about it? Vega's also one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your life. Nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your life.
Remember when he strawman me into like protecting child rapist?
That was pretty good. That was good. He's smart. Vega's smart. Fuck you up. Yeah. But this whole Mac Miller thing, aside from the point that we got completely fucking lost in.
I think I messed up.
Yes.
I didn't know who Jackson was or whatever I said.
But the crux of this is that, yes, Mac Miller did indeed fucking drug himself to death. Now, the problem comes with what happened afterwards. Almost immediately after it happened, Ariana Grande was flooded with this. If you don't believe in internet harassment being a thing, well, you have to after what happened with her. Millions of comments on her Instagram. Millions. We're not talking about hundreds of thousands. Millions of comments blaming her for Mac's death. People forgetting the facts of their relationship. The fact that she was with him for a very long time, stood with him through his sobriety, trying to keep him on the right, all that stuff. She was supportive of it. She did everything she fucking could. You can't stay with a train wreck for too fucking long or you're going to become a casualty yourself. That is how shit works. Yeah. That is, you're either enabling or you're fucking a victim yourself. You're trapped in that glass prison with that person.
No, Isaiah, people are blaming his death on her because she left him.
No, they are straight blaming the death on her. She had to shut down her fucking Instagram. This was not a celebrating him and his death. No. They said, this is your fault. They were straight blaming her. It was unbelievable. I could not believe how bad this was. It was craziness. The vile fucking hatred that was spewing forth for Ariana Grande. I don't get how you can hate somebody who weighs 37 pounds. Like this much. She's basically a goddamn singing chihuahua. And yet everybody is getting on her. Delusional asshole got my dream. Delusional asshole, you come over when I have money, you come over to my Twitch, I'm gifting you a sub. Nobody else was getting that. You're fucking amazing. I love delusional asshole. Well, that's great.
What just happened?
Dream Theater. I got you, fam. I was making a Dream Theater reference that I thought nobody was going to get, and he got it. That was great. That was great, yes.
Hang on. Okay, I'm seeing the band photo now. Yeah. They look like Metal Texans. All right?
That's one of the greatest fucking bands in the history of music. You watch your tongue, boy. And they're New Yorkers, by the way. They all.
Oh, it's Prague. It's Prague. No, they're from Boston.
Yeah.
So fuck 'em.
Yeah. They are Bostonians. Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you stand here and defend Boston in front of me.
I'm sorry, I have to. They're great.
I'm from New York. No, you don't speak well of Boston. While
I
I'm
want you to
fucking
do
in
me a
fucking
favor.
swing.
Okay, wait, before this gets out of hand, here's what I got homework for you tonight, okay? I want you to listen to 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, the album.
I've heard it. I've heard this album.
You have?
I've heard Dream Theater.
Oh,
I
you're a
forgot
musician.
who
Of
they
course you have. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Of course
I
you
forgot
have.
who they were.
Of course. Go listen to
The
right
thing
now
is-
with what you're going through, that album would be very important for you. Because like Bill W is
This is the prog band.
It is. It is.
It's the prog band. Like, this is the prog band. I forgot their name. That's the problem that I have with a lot of these things. Like, when I say I never heard of David Bowie, of course I knew Ground Control to Major Tom, but I just never knew that man's name was David Bowie and that who he was. And the same thing with Queen. I didn't know that. What's his name? The leader of Queen?
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I didn't know that Freddie Mercury was his icon, but I definitely knew Galileo.
Well, Isaiah just said in the chat, I'm talking about the people who you say didn't speak him before his death. If you want to call that celebration, that's fine. I call it fraudulent. Fraudulent.
You can't.
Because maybe the support that they were fucking feigning after his death maybe would have been the support that would have helped him fucking stay alive. Not saying that that's the case, but saying who the fuck knows. By the same goddamn logic, you're celebrating somebody that you never talked about before, nobody gave a fuck about before. But like Avicii, I understood. Because Avicii, I always heard people fucking talking about Avicii. I at least understood that. Didn't agree with it because it was another one who fucking killed himself, essentially. But
I knew who Avicii was.
Right.
Because they had that picture, the Avicii keyboard, and it's got 3 keys. and that was always funny back then, but, you know.
Still funny now. Still funny now.
Dave.
Still funny.
Dave, don't laugh at Avicii.
I will. You're fucking right. I will. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting tired of celebrating all these people who just fucking drug themselves off the planet. The privileged amongst us, the most talented amongst us. I understand the demons are everywhere. Everybody has their demons, and maybe they're more prominent amongst those who have more money, more problems, all that stuff. Okay, I can get on board with it. Sure, to a point. But I'm getting tired of this celebration, this glorification of this lifestyle that is just showing more and more toxicity and more ability to affect young fucking lives constantly. We're seeing an epidemic of these numbers are getting fucking scary of these young fucking musicians. And I'm going to actually use fucking air quotes with some of these musicians because they barely qualify. That are just,
why you gotta roast me live like that?
Well, I actually consider you a musician.
Why you gotta roast me live like that? Why does it have to turn into an assassination?
You did it to yourself earlier. To be fair, you've already fucking set the goddamn coals in order, my friend. Good Lord, I just simply threw a match on the area. You gasolined it up and everything. Holy fuck. So how do you feel about this? Because I know you have personal ties to the entire situation because of what you are going through.
Because I'm going to die like Mac Miller. That's most likely how I'm going to go out.
No, you're not, dude.
I'm going to die by Mac Miller. And the problem is, I talked about this in the Sonic Let's Play in a future episode. I talked about every single relationship I went through in my life. And it got so serious that Mumkey is like, trying to tell like 10,000 jokes a second and just trying to get me laugh because I just get so broken in describing just everything that I went through. And then like I end the episode with talking about my latest girlfriend now, who is the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I was able to turn my life around because of her. And I straight up say, like, as it looks right now, if she were to leave, I probably wouldn't last. That I'd go out like a fucking candle.
Your problem is so easy to diagnose. It's so simple. It really, really is. And I don't mean to be flippant about it at all. But my God, your self-worth is dependent on a woman's fucking love for you.
And that's what I said. Because I got into my entire childhood. Being loved by my family brought me no comfort.
Just was not enough.
Because I didn't grow up with friends, I hope the love of friends didn't like become a thing. So because I always had this dream of falling in love with somebody, when I finally felt that, it was too much to fucking handle, and now I'm just broken to only value myself on whether or not a woman loves me or wants me. Like the only way that I could feel wanted is through her, and that's a big problem that I've always
a major
struggled with
problem, dude. Yeah.
my entire life. And just telling the story of like everything. Someone left a comment yesterday, Raphael. He said after seeing everything you did this year. Wait, where is it? Where is it? I'll just pull it up. Raphael said it because I sent it to my girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, look, somebody finally gets it." But he goes, Raphael. He says, "All the stupid shit you've done this past year, from what I can recount, not now knowing a decent background of your life, out of all the stuff that you fucks put out, I can see why you are the way you are now more clearly. Alcoholic parents, drugging you young was a phenomenal mistake because I was a Ritalin kid, raised by grandmother, no friends, arrogant hood mentality mother, no interaction with peers, trust issues because of poor bonding, poor relationships with siblings. You were designed to fail from the beginning."
Yeah.
That's just what he says.
Yeah, but I mean, look, but see, here's the thing. The ability for you to be able to sit here and talk about it, you have some semblance of control left. You are not a full-blown basket case. You are not a full-blown fucking manic depressive, none of that. You're sitting here having conversations, very self-aware about it, and typically, not all the time, but typically, people who are that manic and that fucking lost in that depression are incapable of doing it because they can't see the forest through the trees. Yeah. You're a smart kid. You're an incredibly smart kid. I'm going to give you the best advice you're ever going to get in your life, and you will never hear anybody give this to anybody else as advice ever. You need to start being selfish. You need to start living for yourself and yourself alone. Be with other people, but you got to value a little bit of what you bring to the table. Monkey Jones is one of the most talented individuals I have ever seen. I got to be honest with you. His best stuff is when he's with you.
Oh,
it's true. And the other people around him, and not just you. Everybody, Sheep Over, the whole fucking shebang-a-bang. The team is what makes Monkey the brighter. Now, Monkey could do it without you guys. Don't get me fucking wrong. Who said it yesterday?
Monkey does not need me.
No, Monkey doesn't need anybody. The problem is Monkey, he just doesn't know that. He hasn't figured that out yet because he's a self-loather as well. When he does, God help the fucking world. But the reality is, you guys bring things to the table together that Monkey is incapable of doing on his own. You guys make it special. You have value, and you've got to start fucking appreciating yourself for it, or you are going to fucking wind up off this
Oh no, my girlfit's here right at the spot. Right
what up, Jackie?
You start saying that I need to live selfishly.
A little bit. You do. A little selfishly, dude.
No, all her exes were selfish pricks. No.
You got no. There's a difference. There's a balance, and that people. And God damn it, why doesn't anybody in this fucking world believe in balance anymore? You don't have to go one way. You got to bring a little bit of selfishness so you can counter this self-loathing attitude that you have about yourself. You have to fucking find a way to find that balance. Start doing Reiki or something. Fuck. I love you too much.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Poor Jackie has to deal with so much.
She's a saint.
Just so much like there's this thing I do where I'll just creep into the room just to be hugged. Like I'll have like fucking 13 tier plans on how to get a hug out of this person.
You could just ask.
Ask. Yeah. I just and like I have a hard time doing that because I'm so deprived. But it like breaks her heart. But
here's the thing. You're aware that option is there. So the only person that's standing in the way is you. So just fucking hug the woman. Go fucking
there she is right there.
Yeah.
You were perfectly good enough before a woman loved
fucking
you.
And
ain't
right
I don't believe that.
Well, fucking go hug that. You got to start making steps going forward with it. That's all. Look, this is not a curable thing on a goddamn podcast. And I'm certainly not the fucking guy to do it. I'm wearing a goddamn purple pussy on my fucking head at the moment. Let's keep things in perspective. However, you can get there is the point. I know you can because you know how funny you are. So that means there are things about you that you do indeed like. So you just got to find a way to find the rest of the path to illuminate it. And once you do, you're going to be just fine.
I stayed turning into But I wanted to say, and especially now that Jackie's here, if last night...
fuck off, DJ.
If Jackie leaves me, and I kill myself, it's not her fault, even if I specifically say in the letter.
It's not.
Even if I say in the letter, because... you're dating somebody who has an illness that that you can't really help. You can help, but at the end of the day, I have to cure myself.
Yes, I like that.
I think I'm doing good.
See,
I think I'm doing well. I moved
Assburger's going to be
I have my
fine.
own job.
Assburger's going to be just fine because the fact that you know that it is not anybody else's fault of what happens to you because they didn't love you enough, you know that you not loving yourself is what's going to put you off this fucking planet. The fact that you know it means that you are salvageable, Assburger. You are going to be okay. I'm convinced of it now. I am so glad I heard you just say that. I'm so glad I heard you say that.
I think I'm out of the woods.
Yeah, I think
but
so,
you know, there's still gonna be speed bumps like last night.
Life is a speed bump, brother.
You know, because everyone is really upset with me, really upset. But I keep trying to like tell the people close to me. I'm like, all right, look, I live in my own place now.
Yeah.
I have my own income. I'm no longer doing this daily, and I don't want to kill myself.
You're going to break every now and then, dude. All right.
So,
people
yeah,
aren't
that's what I'm
designed to be
saying.
binary. We're not designed to live in extremes. We're not. We are designed to be a balanced fucking creature on this planet. You're gonna break again. You are somewhere. If it's 20 years from now or 20 seconds from now, it's going to happen, and you have to know that that's okay. And the people around you can't fucking victimize you because of it. Because I've been around this culture my whole fucking life. I grew up in AA halls. I know this culture.
Yeah.
You know, you know how I feel about this culture too. It's a fucking handcuff that constantly gets fucking just tighter and tighter. Every time you break, you feel like if I tighten it tighter this time it won't break off. Yes, it will, because we're not designed to be that way. Balance is the watchword. You're just gonna find another thing to abuse, and sometimes, most of the time, it's gonna be yourself. So live in balance, my friend. Live in balance.
And
That's what
thankfully,
life
my
is.
girlfriend knows the struggle.
I like your girlfriend. You know why? Because she thinks
Yeah.
I'm smart. Because she thinks I'm a good guy.
Dave is a good guy, Jackie. I told you this. I told you I was so. I've been telling her for days. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited to do this show again because I got to tell my Harvey Weinstein joke.
Yeah, thanks a lot, asshole. I appreciate that.
I love telling that joke just for that pullback.
Oh,
Just for
you're
that
such a cunt.
pullback.
You're such a cunt.
You know I love that. You know I love that. And like I said, white girls are the only ones who could be into BDSM. Black girls, it's weird.
Isaiah Ross. Isaiah's trying so hard to trigger me. He's trying so hard. I get tired of hearing white people complain. Yeah. Serena Williams never complains. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking Ariana Grande, I feel really bad.
She had a
for
bad
her.
week, man.
You can't blame his death on.
No.
That's not her issue. You can't save somebody from drug addiction. I know you like, and especially this is a big thing too that I think a lot of women, and I think this is what happened with one of my other relationships. A lot of women get into the mentality of I can fix him,
Right.
for some reason, and I think there's a lot of like fan girls of Mac Miller who are like, if I was Ariana Grande,
Right.
I would have saved him. And it's just, there is this stigma of like, you know, the woman serving the man that kind of
Sure.
makes this even tougher. And
Yeah,
that,
but
that's
there's the other.
bullshit.
There's the white knight syndrome on the other side. Both genders has this. By the way, after this, we got to wrap this conversation up because I just realized something that's kind of fucking detrimental here.
What?
The title and the fucking thumbnail we have not talked about yet. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes and have not talked about the thing in the title. We've got to get to that title. Holy shit, we've got to talk about it, even if it's just a little bit. So let's wrap up the Ariana Grande stuff. Let's move on to that topic because it is the main topic.
Incredibly bad for her. I feel incredibly
So
like
bad?
this is straight up online, but this is like I'm
It's
getting
as
ready to
close to
sign
harassment as
papers
you got,
against
yeah.
online bullying now.
It almost, dude, it is. You can make the argument.
This is bad. This has got to be the most.
Can you imagine if she
heartbreaking
would have killed
thing to
herself
go
over it?
through.
Could you imagine
Oh, man.
if? Could
She
you
might.
fucking?
She still might.
Could
She's
you
still
imagine?
gonna go through this.
Ugh.
She's still gonna go through this, and like I can't imagine doing that to somebody. I can't live like just the thought of everyone going at Jackie,
Right.
saying that she caused my death if I killed myself. That would be. I cannot imagine a hell for her.
Oh,
like that.
I couldn't even begin to imagine it. You know, it's so fucked up too because what's her crime? Moving on and finding happiness? That's what Ariana Grande did. That's all she did. She found happiness. Whether or not you agree with what she did with Pete Davidson or not, people were like, well, them getting married that quick, she was obviously cheating. No, motherfucker, you have no evidence of that. None whatsoever.
Even if it's probably true, I mean, you can't do that.
It's fucking crazy.
You can't do that.
All right. Well, let's move on from there and let's go ahead and talk about something, because this is the story that really gripped me. And I could have done a thumbnail with Ariana Grande and a whole bunch of other things. For some reason, in the notes, this was the story that got my fucking bloods a juicing. And bloods a juicing. What the fuck?
Your almonds activated?
Yeah, my almonds got activated. Yes, activated almonds. Tell me what's going on in Texas. The insanity fucking hole that is Texas.
This is why I don't like white people anymore.
I'm starting to realize this. You're a fucking white hater. Holy Lord.
No, I'm a white hater because imagine like, okay, you probably hate the shit out of the Patriots, right?
Nah, not really.
Okay,
fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and your ass. If you go and oh, you fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit.
Historically, have hated the Patriots. But I'm saying, like, imagine.
No, I'm understanding the analogy immediately. I want to punch you in your fucking goddamn Mexican face.
Imagine if one of the Patriots kept tackling Tom Brady before he throws the ball. Like one of the old Patriots. Like, I physically cannot stop watching you guys throw away your crown at the top.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Don't
go back
like
to it.
Spectacle.
Stop it. And you have not been able to convince a single fucking person with this argument. Stop going back to it.
No,
Tell me about the Alamo, asshole.
You know that white people are removing themselves from the top.
Tell me the fucking Alamo story. I'm going to kill you.
The Texas Board of Education is removing all mention of heroism from the story of the Alamo.
Right.
The Alamo is just a thing that happened now. There's no fighting oppression. There's no war for independence. There's no. Then we were an autonomous. Texas had the same birth as America. In America, like they broke off from the oppressive regime. There's no the colonist story within the colony anymore. It's just. Yeah, some white guys shot at Mexicans. And we need to talk
That's what
about
up, yeah.
And you're gonna tell me that this isn't white people removing the legacy of themselves? Are you saying that?
No, no, I don't think it's just white people that are doing it. No, I don't believe that. I think that.
Do you think there's a Lopez behind this?
No, I believe that it's fueled by a culture. It's not even that we're trying to destroy ourselves. We're boxed into a corner where we can no longer celebrate ourselves. And most people don't know how to balance, so they go the absolute opposite way and think just because we can't tout the things that we've done in our culture or whatever the case may be, and not even just as fucking white people, but Americans in general, it's like
Patriots is dying too.
It's fucking insanity to me how this has gone. The pendulum has gone the absolute other way to where history is going to continue to be rewritten. I'm waiting for the day that Jefferson is going to be no longer fucking considered a president because he owned slaves. I'm like the first fucking
that already happened in epic rap battles of history. That's all they talked about.
I know, it's insane. It's like we're going to continue to rewrite everything. We're going to rewrite it. We're going to rewrite it until there is no more truth left in this world. And I'm not naive enough to not already know that history gets rewritten all the time. Of course it does. But not completely fucking ripped out of a page and replaced with a completely different story altogether. Names and dates and changes, minor details will typically get fucking turned on its head. But to completely change the context and connotation of an event, we're seeing it more and more every day. It's the exact same. It's the extension of the Twitter argument. The fact that something from 10 years can ruin somebody's career before they even had a career. It's fucking craziness that it's going to, that's the micro. Now we're seeing the macro, and it's starting with things like this in Texas.
But I'm saying that white people are doing this because, and let me tell you the parallel, because they banned Speedy Gonzalez, right? They banned Speedy Gonzalez. They stopped showing Speedy Gonzalez. Yes. The Mexican American community fucking came out like it was Trayvon. Like straight up, we fucking love Speedy Gonzalez, dude. We love this. I don't understand.
Personally, I like Slowpoke Rodriguez better, but that's me. Hello, my name is Slowpoke Rodriguez. That was great because he was high.
That shit is funny to me. That shit is funny to me, and I don't understand why white people are trying to save me from that imagery. They're trying to save Mexico from getting killed by a bunch of white people.
You gotta stop acting like there is not ethnic advocates within these ethnicities that are pushing some of these agendas. You gotta stop acting like it's not happening, because it is. You see it all the fucking time. You know, maybe there's only one or two of them, especially with like the Redskins and you know the Wahoo stuff and all that. Because there's only like one Indian left. You know, and he's being protected in a bubble.
That alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bill Gates has him in a bubble somewhere. I'm fairly fucking certain. You got to protect him. He's the last one. You know, fuck.
Guys, white guilt. This white guilt thing is it's upsetting to me. It's upsetting.
Changing hats again because of the couple of donations that we got. I'm gonna change
This is white guilt in pure form. Is removing the heroism from the title of the Alamo. It's no longer remember the Alamo. It's remember the Alamo. That was problematic. It's no longer remember.
There were microaggressions all over the Alamo.
Yeah. Oh wow. Honestly, the Alamo's pretty racist.
The funny thing is, too, this isn't the first time that we've actually gone through this. You know, Daniel Boone, you know, like for a while, Daniel Boone's entire history was being rewritten. You know, the whole Drunken Tales and all the stuff that went along with him. We saw a lot of this before. This isn't the first fucking time. You know, but again, the movement is stronger now because the Board of Education. Are they actually doing this, or this is a suggestion?
I think they're actually doing it. They're seeking to do it. They're in motions to do it.
Good God.
I haven't looked up. Let's look up Texas Board of Education. Alamo. Let's see if it passed when I fucking
It's
got
pretty
it.
fucking crazy. I mean, like, and so they're not even going to change any of the facts of what happened. They're simply just going to remove any mention of it being heroic. Like that stand, they're going to stop telling the tale of the last stand at the Alamo.
They're seventh grade Texas. They backed off.
Why did you unresearching cunt? Jackie, get your man. Jackie, get your man. He just gave me a story that
2 hours ago. It happened 22 hours ago. Happened 22 hours ago.
I love it.
Happened 22 fucking
I'm gonna
hours
kill
ago.
myself. That's it. I no longer want to be on the planet anymore. It's good research. Well done.
Yeah. All right. We did it, boys. Crisis averted. I love how the topic that we fucking had, the topic at hand, it was the least interesting.
You know,
Davy Crockett.
You're making the thumbnails from now on. You motherfucker.
No,
People are gonna look at this video. I'm gonna get accused of fucking clickbaiting. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I have to delete this fucking video anyway because of your little faux pas earlier, you fucking
that's
asshole.
not a faux pas. You know that joke does not stand on a leg unless I drop the K-bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. I disagree with you completely. And dropping.
You think that joke is good?
Yes.
You think that be good without the K-bomb?
You could. Yes, I think Jew cock would have worked just as fine. Jew dick.
The fact that I get so passionate about it, I look up to him. That's what I want. That's the joke. Why is somebody on stage defending Harvey Weinstein?
Davy Crockett. I'm sorry.
Davy Crockett's problematic now. Everyone's problematic. You know what I don't understand? Why aren't they coming for the actual problematic people? Why do people still yell Geronimo? Geronimo is buried on Fort Sill. You're in the military. You know what the hell I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking
Geronimo,
about.
I've been to Geronimo's grave at Fort Sill. Talk about a race trait. How the hell can you be more problematic than somebody who's an Indian joining the crusade to systematically murder Indians, then being honored on the stolen soil on a military base and talk like this folk hero? The Indian, it's straight up like the Redskin who knew the Redskins were below the white man. Like, why aren't we going for that? What? There are real
It's basically fucking celebrating the person who ratted out on Anne Frank and shit. You know?
The wise savage, like the wise savage, the man who knew he was wrong.
It's like fucking Jeff Goldblum being honored because he started going, "The Jews are there. That's where they are. Check the attics." Oh my god.
And then we still yell Geronimo. People yell Geronimo all the time. It's a part of our culture.
Because nobody knows. Nobody knows.
That is some of the most problematic. If I were to pick something to be problematic in history, Geronimo is straight up like if Jim Crow was literally a black guy that used to go around recapturing black people. Like,
Which might have been a fucking Jim Crow bit at one fucking point, actually. I think fucking Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland, did that bit. Holy fuck.
Why?
She did blackface.
Why the Alamo? Like, that straight up is the thing in history.
I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. It really is. I love it.
But he's there in Fort Sill, and they got his picture in a little plaque. I've seen him.
You do know how Indians say hello, right?
How?
Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya?
That's like Peter Pan, the Disney movie. So problematic. Nobody cares.
See,
Nobody
now
cares.
I've balanced it because that joke, I think personally, that joke that I just did is worse than saying kike. I think it's way fucking worse. I gotta delete this.
Nobody cares. Oh, come on, leave it up.
Ah, dude.
Leave it up. I gotta link this to
I'm
people.
not you. I don't have Mumkey to fucking drag me up a mountain. No.
Why savage is like a thing they used to say. Like,
I love it. I really do. This has been a great show.
Pocahontas like went to France and toured around like, oh, I'm an Indian. Look at me. I'm a little porcelain doll. The Indian who sided with the white man, like, and married in. Like, she straight up sold out her tribe. And then fucked one of the dudes who killed everybody that she left to go and race to.
Wait. Isaiah, Dave is such a hypocrite. I've seen people call in and shout the N-word. He boots him. Asperger said kike 45 minutes ago, and he's still here. Because he didn't just say the word. It was in the context of a joke. Again, you naive little fuck. It's in the context of a joke. And by the way, screaming the N-word is not telling a joke. Okay, it's the edgelord shit. No.
It is for me.
Well, for you. But even when you dropped the N-word on this channel before, it was in the context of a fucking joke. It was a story you were telling. It was a joke. I'm trying to defend you here.
That was Kramer's best bit.
Yeah.
That was Kramer's best bit.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Shut
the fuck.
Shut the 40 years ago, they would have had you hung upside down with a fork on
Stop.
your head.
No.
Let's see if we can get some calls in and end this show right.
I'm not taking calls, man. I don't know if I want to take fucking calls.
I want to take in a call. I want to see. Let's take in some calls.
There's nobody in there.
The calls are my favorite.
There's no one in there. We got
There's nobody waiting to call. Straight up remove. Everyone's just like, I dropped the K bomb.
No, I do have to delete this because there is problems here. There is problem. Look, because I can't.
Signed up for it.
No. I thought we squashed this. I thought there was no more of this shit. Oh my god.
I didn't know the K was.
You knew. You knew.
Vega, come on, we gotta at least get Vega in here.
You know, the funny thing is, though, just because I feel that the K word is as bad as the N word doesn't fucking mean that it necessarily is. All right, because this seems like a good idea. Let's throw fucking fuel on the fire. Vega's now joining us. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
There he is.
There he is.
Sorry, I had to turn off the stream.
Yeah. I'm sure you were doing that anyway.
Dude, I wanted to fucking say so much shit about what you guys were talking about, and then you pull at the end of the show, and I'm like, "Fuck, what were they talking about?"
Right. I don't even know anymore.
You were upset that you were asking how old I was or something because I didn't know who David Bowie was until.
It was Aretha Franklin.
Oh yeah, Aretha Franklin.
No R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I was saying people who are like, I've supported her in the cause for years, and I'm just like, dude, you've never even like gone to a soup kitchen before. Shut up. Like, pick up a ladle if you want to try and fucking start retweeting.
You know what's weird though is what is gonna be your guys' legends? Like you got your maybe like Eminem. No, he's kind of from our people. We got some legends. What's your guys' legends?
What's my legend? What do you mean?
I don't know. The legends
Eminem is white.
I know Eminem's white. What does that mean?
Are you? I'm a little confused too. Yeah.
Musical.
Is this a race or an age thing?
No, this is more, like an age thing.
Because
like
you and I are the same fucking age, so I don't know.
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, how dare me think you're talking to me on Dead on Dave Live? I apologize.
I'm talking to him. What do you mean?
Oh, Menudo. He's Menudo. Ricky Martin. There you go.
Are you saying of my race?
No, of the whole like generational thing. Like when you're like in your 30s or your 40s, you're gonna look at the kids and be like, man, you don't know shit about music. We had what, Migos or
Bieber. we had Bieber.
I went to music school, so I do that to everybody because I'm like, man, you listening to Kid Cudi? You guys got to get woke on this Leo Ornstein
Thank
guy.
you, Luna.
He was a composer. He was a Jewish composer born.
Dollar
in
from Luna.
1898.
Two taco munchers for the price of one. Much happiness, says Luna Blarp.
Yeah, so I think Kendrick Lamar is gonna be the guy. If everything goes well, LP will be remembered as the greatest hip hop producer of all time because he is, and anybody who thinks otherwise can fucking fight me. Because LP is the greatest producer. The producer for Run the Jewels and his solo stuff are the best hip hop.
I have an answer
of
for
all
you though,
time.
Vega. I got an answer for that cultural thing, or the fucking age thing.
Generational.
Yeah, for the generational. Thank you. It's Adele. Adele's gonna be that name. Adele's
already out the window. When was the last time you heard about
What
Adele?
are you talking about? She did we're talking less than 2 years ago. She had the biggest album on the fucking planet, and she's about to drop another one very soon. No, I don't buy that. Adele's fine.
I hear about that all about that bass girl more than I hear about Adele now.
Oh no, it's not popularity wise neither, because like the legends that we talk about are the people that actually broke down barriers, like for real, not what we're talking about these days. Like these days, like she's breaking down barriers. No, she's not. We had that shit 20 years ago.
By the way,
Or
PG says,
before us.
hold on one
guys,
second, guys.
I'm gonna cry.
PG put in $5 and says, don't delete this. In 20 years, when Burger is the new Richard Pryor, people want to know about his alcoholic upbringing to stand up pro.
Don't fuck with my heart with that like that, dude. Don't do that to me. That gives me hope. That gives me hope that I can be a comedian.
Jigga and Nas, that's us. You guys can keep Chris Brown, Meek Mill, and K-Dot.
Yeah, M's ours, dude. M's ours.
Yeah, M, Jay-Z, Nas, that's our people.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's in the same realm as Tupac, Biggie, Bone Thugs, all those cats.
No one's claiming Chris Brown, by the way. No one.
Yeah, y'all can keep that motherfucker.
You can keep that.
No, but I'm saying
Chris
though,
Brown
like
is
I'm
ours.
hoping that you guys just grab a hold. Like Kendrick, I agree. I definitely think that guy.
Run the Jewels, I hope, is
Timberlake.
Because
I could see
best.
Timberlake getting a lot of love in later age.
Timberland will too. Kanye,
Timberlake.
of course,
Timberlake.
obviously. Oh,
I think dude, Timberlake, I fuck with him.
I fucks with Timberlake. Hell yeah, I fucks with
That dude
Timberlake.
makes some baby making music right there.
Timberlake is a
think
talented
Kanye's
motherfucker, dude.
Kanye, I think Kanye too. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna chug. You guys continue to talk. Get ready to see the fastest chug you've ever seen on fucking YouTube.
Oh yeah, okay.
Fuck off! Don't watch it then. Jesus Christ! It's not my fucking problem. It's not my fault. I have balance, asshole. You got a beautiful fucking girlfriend. Live for her. Stop being a cunt. And for yourself. I'm going against what I said earlier. I just told you to do what I told you not to do. I'm drinking my beer.
In the month that I known her, I moved out, and I had been trying to do that for years. I finally moved out, fucking got a job. I drive Uber. I pay my rent. I pay my own utilities. Fucking all that within the month that I met her. In terms of like being able to save somebody's life, she did it. You should honestly have less faith, Jackie. Shut up, Bugas.
Beyonce.
Beyonce's
ours. Beyonce's ours.
Yeah, Beyonce. Wait, is she the one who did Crazy in Love?
They're all from our generation.
Yeah, that's our generation.
We were growing up. Beyonce was in Destiny's Child. She broke out. We were still growing up.
Yeah, that was you. That was you.
She's still fucking massive, but that's just that's the name that's gonna be like a Michael Jackson, but a female, and whatever.
I don't know. Rap is the zeitgeist now, so it's gonna be Kendrick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Kendrick or Kanye. Because people will not shut the fuck up about Kendrick. Kendrick is like the new Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
he's good, but I'm saying I don't know about like legendary. We'll see. You got to keep dropping him though, man.
Yeah.
You got to keep dropping great shit. He can't just fizzle out or whatever.
I don't think he's that good, but I'm a Run the Jewels fan, so.
Dude, that fucking MGK that dropped on M, I was like, dope.
I still haven't listened to it. Is it any good?
Yeah.
I stopped listening to Eminem.
I heard it was kind of weak. I mean, you're talking about Rap Devil, right? I heard it was kind of weak.
Nah, I don't know. When I heard it, I was like, "Damn, son."
No, who was the other people who was the guy who just had a beef with Drake? Now that was a diss track.
Oh, Meek Mill.
Drake. Not Meek Mill. No, not Drake and Meek Mill. No, I'm talking the newest one that just happened. The story of Adidas.
I don't know.
Adidon, where he Pusha T diss on Drake. You guys didn't.
Oh, the Pusha T. Yeah, the Pusha T thing. He went hard. He went hard.
Dude,
He shot his mom, his son, his girlfriend. He went ham.
A dream.
I dream of having a district. It is so disgusting. It is so disgusting. There is nothing pulled. Like, he straight
Preach,
up said,
Jackie, preach. Preach, Jackie, preach.
Aw.
Preach.
Yeah, she's the best. The monkey was after when I told my whole story. Monkey was just like, honestly, Burger, this is gonna suck for the people who are just like you, because your solution was that you found somebody to save your life and believe in you. The other people aren't gonna get that. You're lucky. You don't deserve this.
Yeah, on the note too, on I hate white people because of the whatever. I didn't give a fuck about nothing about any of that race shit, right? I just thought the whole thing was comical.
Sure.
And now I am starting to really dislike white people because they're apologizing for nothing.
Yeah, they're doing it to themselves.
I'm like,
Dude,
what are
it's
y'all
true to it.
talking
I
about,
know,
dude?
but I understand why, though. I get it. I'm understanding why we're doing it, because we have to. They're taking all of our careers, dude. We can't say anything.
Tell me that white people are not destroying white people right now.
We
It's
can't
insane.
have careers anymore. And it's not
straight up, like I said, it's like one of the tight ends tackling Tom Brady before he throws the football. It's like, why are you tackling your own guy?
No, I think the problem is people aren't realizing that you still can do and say whatever the fuck you want. It's that vocal minority and the company's bowing out to it, thinking that that's what the way is.
There you go.
They think that that's the way, when really the majority of America isn't like that.
Yes.
But the majority of America isn't online, but they do pay money.
Do you know who falls for this more than anyone else?
Retards?
Fucking Tommy C. My best friend in the fucking world. Tommy
has a tinfoil hat.
No. Tommy listens to fucking. We did this earlier on fucking Twitch. He'll see something that's really, really fucking loud and vocal, and he'll think that's the fucking majority. But it's not. It's not. Just because social media is deceiving like that. And I think it's because he's old. That's why he does it. Because he's fucking old.
That might be, yeah.
Because he's old.
Well,
He's used to media being consumed a certain way, and the way that it is now, it sounds like it's so much bigger than it is. Like, he was saying earlier that tens of millions of people are supporting lolly porn. No, they're not. No.
Yeah. Did you go on a show and then now all of a sudden it's like a thing?
Only if they don't know what lolly porn is. If you go to anybody and you explain what lolly porn is, and you don't have to go a big long explanation, the exploitation in animated form of children in a sexual manner. Nobody's supporting that. Nobody.
Why do you think certain things are a surprise? Like Donald Trump gets elected and all these other things happen. And like, for example, when you have a company that turns really, really hard left, and I don't care about the left and right, but it's pretty much true, right? When a company goes hard left, they start to tank.
Yeah.
Because the actual public is like, wait, what is this?
I even
and then they see the changes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the actual people that are paying for the products are like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to public.
Yeah. That's
or
like
whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
I get why he does it too, because that's the way that it was. That's the way things were. He does it with wrestling too. I get it. I'm not even like, it's not even a diss that I'm saying it, because I get it. I understand why.
Tommy had Monkey on, and he was asking Monkey what he's gonna do when the inevitable school shooting happens and somebody screams Monkey Jones, and he's got like a tinfoil hat on. He's like, YouTube is gonna shut you down, Monkey. They're gonna come for you and put you in a coffin.
He may not be. He may not be wrong. He may not be wrong. He may not be wrong.
Well, there are, and also it doesn't help that and people are fucking, I don't even understand how ridiculous people are when somebody's like, yeah, don't you guys think it's maybe a little bit of the media's fault for doing this stuff? And it's like, oh, they're just reporting them. Shut up, dude. How do you not see what's happening here? And you people are being retarded just following stuff along like you're fucking... Like,
there's no fourth branch of government, Walter Cronkite, telling the truth in front of a camera.
We no longer. I'm once again going to quote another philosopher, Dave Chappelle, again, because I have.
He sold out though.
Yeah, he did sell out, but he
bitched out. I should say.
No, you're right. He bitched the fuck out. There ain't no question about that. But he did say something that explains all of this, and it's perfect. It's the age of spin. That's what we live in, and he said that, and he's 100% right. What he said was, we live in this world now where it's constant inundation of information. It's one thing after another. It's another cause coming at you. Our brains are simply not programmed for this. We can't possibly care about everything, so we choose, after time, we become desensitized and choose to care about nothing. Nothing has meaning anymore on the fucking scope that it used to, because we can't possibly care about all the things that are constantly being thrown at us in social media. The hashtags, the movements, the causes, they're all background noise, and they're mostly bullshit.
Mac Miller's like what? The 10th rapper to die in the last 300 days from a drug overdose?
Fuck.
Yeah, and that shit, I mean, it's even in the military, if somebody did some shit like that, you just look at them like, well, you just wasted all the good stuff you did in your life with doing that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's just not a part of, you don't look at somebody like that and you're like, oh man, or whatever, but that's like military kind of culture.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
Yeah.
You know, civilian wise, because
you know, brand for that. I'm just the Pogue son.
The Pogue son. I'm not saying anybody's better
A high-ranking
or worse.
Pogue son, motherfucker.
I'm not saying I'm never saying anybody's better or worse than anybody else. I'm just saying it just blows my mind how some of the logic sometimes appears. You know, when somebody, especially when I look on, if I'm scrolling through Twitter and all I hear is like, "Hey guys," and it's some weird, crazy, emotional shit, and I'm like, dude, just give it like 20 minutes in that particular moment, and don't tweet that shit out. So
the next thing's coming. The next thing's coming.
The addiction stuff is personal for me because I get what he was thinking, and like it really is hard to like. It's not something you can understand when you're not an addict. Right. I hate to like gatekeep my illness to something.
You're not even wrong. Like, and I would say that you could throw depressives into that as well. I think because that goes hand in hand, I believe. The self-loathing, the depressive nature that goes along with it, it's kind of hand in hand. I think it's more of a mental illness problem than it is an addiction problem. But again, those are one and the same anyway. They're interchangeable. But I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah, I just can't. There's just my song "Join Us." I always have like that demonic voice, and that shit is real. And I put that in like all my music.
Yeah, everything is more complicated and complex than people think. Even though personally, I have like a more simplistic view on things.
Right? Isn't it easier that way?
Well, in my opinion, it's really simple, right? It's your life, your decision, whatever you did. I'm sure you had your reasons.
Right.
I can sit here and analyze all fucking day and night or whatever. But if I boil down a very simple mindset, right? If you pull a gun out, I'm probably going to shoot you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's very simple-minded. But, you had a bad day. Maybe you thought I was threatening. Or none of that shit matters. You know, like you pulled the gun out. So I decided I needed to defend myself. I'm just using this as an analogy for most things that I think of, right? I don't really give a fuck what your problem is.
Yeah.
And how complex it is. If you bring that shit to my doorstep, you know, my simple answer is going to be that every time, not shoot you in the face, but it's going to be like, well, dude, come on, dude, just pick yourself up out of bootstraps and just get it.
The military brainwashed him.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty glad. I'm glad that they did because they
can't let his comrades die.
How many times in your life, Vega, honestly, how many times in your life have you been in a situation where you get punched in the mouth, either physically or fucking mentally or whatever, and you simply go back to the simple phrase of drink water and drive on? Constantly.
Yeah, pretty much. Constantly. But before that, it was my mother booted me out straight up at 18. That whole Latin culture and shit. She's like, "What are you doing with your life?" I was like, "Nah, nothing. I'm out here. I'm making money. Whatever." She's all like, oh, "Okay, well, you're not doing shit. Get your shit. Get the fuck out."
Bye.
And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And she's like, "You're a man, and you ain't acting like a man. So I'm not raising a fucking man. Apparently, you're not. I'm paying the bills, motherfucker. Get out."
I like your mom.
I wound up in the streets, dude. I wound up sleeping on floors and couches. I wound up getting my shit. I wound up getting my shit together. I could have cried and been whatever. Oh my God, on Twitter.
But you're not a victim. Shit, right? You're not a victim.
Yeah, well, she was the one that raised me not to be. Yeah. And then I was dominating every job that I went to. And finally, I was like, dude, I'm gonna hop in the military because this shit's boring.
You are.
And plus, we were at war. You're right. I went there, and that was a whole different. Like that was her mindset, but amplified. Like that whole. You know, some of the first things they tell you is, "Oh, would you feel sorry for yourself?" Like there is zero excuse, and I won't even say it's like indoctrination. That's just another word for brainwashing. Oh, yeah. Roger, we all get brainwashed when you get into the infantry, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing either.
It's not a bad thing because they turn you into like this force, dude. Like
Yeah.
this force of like I can do anything and I fucking dare you to stop me.
Because they
That's
force
kind of
you
the reality,
to. Why the military is successful and why that mindset works is because they force you to believe in something. You believe, even if it's just a basic code of ethics about your personal being and the safety of your brothers. You believe in that. And when you believe in something, you're willing to give everything for it. It's not just an idea or thought. It's a belief. That's tricky to change. And they know that. That's why they do it that way. It's smart.
Yeah.
And I also like how some people that are like changing the world are just kind of just doing it. And we hear about it in an article, like, you know, every now and then it's like, oh, new space net or some shit like that is planning on cleaning up all the clutter in space. Or some guy figured out how to clean up the oceans with like some stupid little idea he made.
Right.
And now,
And then
you know what I mean?
15-year-old kid too, who's just like, well, I got an idea in my head, and then I talked to some people, and it happened. I fucking like I'm so jealous of people like Vega because like if I got kicked out on the street, I'm gonna fucking like
Vega won the genetic fucking lottery. All right,
I don't understand. Like,
that's the
this is
reality.
straight up normie for me.
Vega's
like
built
normie, like,
different than us. That's the reality. That is, I'm not trying to be self-deprecating. It's just a fact. Some people win the genetic lottery. Some people don't. Vega did.
Well, I don't know. I would say that you just got sometimes you just got to get your ass whooped, and that's the truth, dude.
There is
You
some
just
truth.
you gotta fail. You gotta fail. And if you sit there and you sulk, and I'm sure it has problems, or people have certain problems they can't help, as far as like maybe there's some kind of genetic defect or so. I don't know.
Right, but you know as well as I do, not every grind pays off. You know that. Not every
of course
grind
it
pays
doesn't.
off.
But the trick is just like women, same thing, right? I had a woman that cheated on me, and when she cheated on me, we were together. She had a baby. She got pregnant by her boss. She said it was mine. I was there for a while, and as far as like, you know, right as the baby was born, I want to be respectful. Waited a couple weeks, then I got the baby test, but I paid for a lot of shit.
I bet.
You know what I mean? But I said it from the get-go, dude. The people were down at me, and I was respectful, but people were down at me. They were like, "I can't believe you thought she did this, and why the bullshit?" And I just kept my head about me.
Did you dance when you saw the fucking results? Did you go, told you motherfuckers?
No, I went over there. I gave everybody the letters as proof, and I was like, all right, you guys have fucking happy trails. And
but here's the thing, you kept going. I got cheated on once. My girlfriend has to deal with the problems every day with the impact of that. I don't. Like, it's imprinted on me now.
You
like,
gotta choose to move past at one point, though.
I cannot get into a relationship without being afraid of getting cheated on.
That's understandable.
I'm cautious, but
well, sure. But over time, you've got to allow things to fucking. You know who might be the most fucking best face of perseverance? And you guys are gonna fucking probably shit on me for this. There's a fucking woman on Twitter, YouTube, eho, whatever, who is the face of perseverance. Zoe fucking Burger. Fucking Burger, dude. That woman was absolutely humiliated in every way by her own hand and by others in every single fucking way.
She's still around?
Not only is she still around, she's back thriving again business-wise because she doesn't stop. She doesn't stop.
I think it's another. I think it's good. It's cool for praise as far as like, oh, she's grinding and all that. But I'm a dude that breaks down.
Hey, I'm not saying that what she's doing is 100% right. I'm not saying
I got Zoe Burger's Twitter. It says one follower. You know, Dead on Dave.
Look, I do follow. Fuck off. Yes, I follow Zoe Burger. I've always rooted for Zoe Burger. And fuck you, she follows me back.
You guys were always cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, but no, it's not just about that. I fucking respect people who go through massive amount of shit. And she has, self-fucking brought on or not, she's gone through a massive amount of shit and simply kept those middle fingers in the air and drive the fuck on and find a new hustle. I like that. Because she's not being a victim. She victimized herself publicly. She cut her off her own fucking hair. She had a Britney Spears moment. And then she snapped the fuck out of it and gone back to her grind. I like that. That pumps me up. Because so many people quit. So many people.
I don't know yet. For a while there, I was one of those fucking quitters until finally I fucking got put out on the street like Vegas did, and it's like, oh crap.
Leapin says, she's still making crying videos. I haven't seen the crying videos. She might still be making them, but I mean, I'm going.
I saw the last one she put out before I guess she went black or something like that for a while, but that was like months ago, didn't she? Because she was like, oh my god,
what are you talking about?
Hate.
She went black a long time ago. Ask D'Angelo. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, my bad.
Well, that's her band, right?
Yeah, that's her band.
Yeah. Dude, I just hate seeing those videos.
word is fine, isn't fine, but that's okay.
What did I say? What?
Why you gotta bring her race into it?
It's not her race. She's getting
trader now.
The pipe is being laid down by a brother. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, get it, girl.
That's all I'm saying.
Dating white women is like great, dude. When you're a minority, it's the best thing ever.
I love this show.
They feel me on this, right?
Hey, listen, we said jokes. We said jokes when I was growing up too about white girls.
I'm sure. Let me bring in some other caller, guys. Let me bring some other callers in. I'm gonna keep both of you on. Let me bring in some other calls. We got to get these other guys on here. Delvina's been waiting for a while. Delvina, what do you got? You're live with Lord Vega, Assburger, and Dead on Dave.
Hey, I wanted to talk about the Mac Miller thing.
Go ahead.
So I remember earlier when y'all were talking about it, I was kept on thinking no one would give a shit about this dude if he was a normal ass person. Like if you pass this dude on the street, because he already looks like a fucking drug addict. Like he wasn't. Yeah, he kind of looked like Post Malone, kind of that like drug addict look. And not
Double
the good
shade.
way. Yeah, like if you passed him on the street, it would have been like, well, fuck, you fucked up. But because he's famous and he did some rap, that all of a sudden like everybody puts him on a pedestal. Like
that's just how life works, honey. Honey, that's how life works. You hit a home run really far, people give a fuck about you. That's just how life works.
People give a fuck about me with
Right.
my little. So like I'm just like, what is wrong? How little do you value your time?
Right.
That talking to Asperger is like a thing. Like, ooh, I
Dude,
sent a message to Asperger.
I'm more of a pimple fart than you fucking are, and I got people who
like-
actually give a fuck about me.
I'm like, what? What fame do I have here? The only like, no effect. What the fuck is that? But yeah, no. When you're famous, people are gonna and like. Do you think, Delvina, since you sound like a female, I think. I don't know. No, I meant that in a misgendering way.
that, but still.
Fuck! I just realized the fuck. Okay, now I agree with deleting this video.
That's your line? That was your fucking line?
No, because I did that before. And they like blew up on me that I was misgendering them, and I'm like, God damn it, I can't win.
This is my favorite show I've ever done.
I've been
And now I
called
try
it
to
before.
now I try to fix it.
I'm good with it.
Oh god.
Oh
But
my
anyway, do you
God.
think that it's more like women are looking down on Ariana Grande for not being good enough for her man?
What the fuck?
Dude,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah, no, because I've seen it personally, how women who will get in a relationship with guys who have problems, depression, alcoholism, like drug abuse, especially from my personal
there's
family.
no need to bring my girlfriend into this.
Wait, you know what?
Oh,
You
no,
know
I'm
something
not
that we're
trying
kind
to
of
do
forgetting?
that.
You know what we're kind of forgetting? Ariana Grande dates down. She dates down, in her, she really does, in looks and in fucking fame and talent. I mean, her two big fucking big
she's
ones.
a saint.
I love Ariana. And I don't
She's a
think-
fucking saint.
that woman had a bad week. She got blamed for the death of a dude, and she got felt up by a minister. I mean,
It's just,
damn.
just like
dude.
Jackie. It's just like everybody who knows that I'm dating Jackie is just like, how the fuck? I've had people like get angry at me, like, how the hell did you start dating Jackie? How did you, like I did like some Heisenberg shit or something.
Say my name.
I don't deserve.
I
her.
still think Ariana Grande looks like she's 12.
Yeah, she does.
She looks really young.
it's
Sometimes I'm like, damn,
awkward,
dude.
yeah.
Can't
pop a bubble.
You guys are getting that age where you look through the rear view and then you're like, wait a minute, how old is she? Oh fuck.
She's so small. She's basically a chihuahua, man. She's so fucking small.
She got talent, but I mean, and what she said, she's dating down.
Yeah.
she's just
Down, that's fucking
she's
hilarious.
just a saint. That's all she is.
Pete Davidson.
Jackie's dating
Pete
down.
Davidson is a goddamn chud. I'm sorry. That is a talentless fucking chud. I cannot stand
I don't
Pete
even know
Davidson.
who that is.
Exactly.
You know what she
Exactly.
probably
So
is?
she married.
She's probably
son.
smart. She's probably smart.
Yeah.
She is dating.
You know what
down.
it is? It's the reverse of one of the greatest songs in the history of music. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So from my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. That's what she did.
I agree
How
more
about
with
that?
what Patrice O'Neal said, where he says, I want to date a bitch that I can't send to go get bread at 2 a.m. Like, That's the kind of woman I want. Like nobody like, hey bitch, cut through the alley. Like I talk to the homeless people, they don't want to rape you. You're too ugly for it.
Good God. All right, Delvina, anything else for us, Delvina? I'm going to get through the rest of the callers. So we've been live for 2 hours. I'm going to get a couple other callers, then I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, I was going to also talk about the Alamo thing. That's so fucking stupid.
It's a non-story. Fucking Assburger's awful at his job.
Do you believe that it
so,
is?
like, if they were going to, like... Yeah, but, like, if they were going to, like, yeah, no, we're not going to talk about the Alamo no more. I'm waiting for one day, like so far in the future, that they're gonna be like, okay, now the people who did 9/11, they weren't Muslim because Muslims can't do no wrong because this is 2005 billion.
That already happened. That already happened. The kid who made like the clock into a suitcase it met the president. That already happened. He put a clock into a suitcase.
Like made his own clock and everyone thought it was a bomb.
Does it look like a bomb?
He put a clock into a piece of luggage.
It looked like a bomb.
Science project. He just put he taped LEDs onto onto a suitcase, and he got to meet the president over it. It already happened. White people cannot handle being white anymore.
You need to stop with your racism.
I want to be white now.
Being white's so bad. I hate
it's the worst.
Do you see that? You see Delphina?
It's awful.
She hates being on
We're not on the top, bitch. I'm leaving a
Are you saying that white is awful too?
It is. It's no longer fun.
Being white sucks.
Vega, you
right
see
now.
this, right? You see this.
What are y'all talking
It sucks being white right now. Fuck off, man. We can't do anything. We can't even have an opinion. Fuck off. I don't want to hear that shit.
You can obviously.
I am the poorest motherfucker here. I guarantee you.
The people speaking out against white people saying bad shit are other white people.
It's not just white folk that are doing it. That's
It is
garbage.
not white.
It is not just white people. It's not just white people. Jesus Christ. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
that.
you want to talk about discrimination?
Does anyone notice
Go
how
to my school?
Fuck it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Race war. Ah.
You see how quiet Vega is? Because he's enjoying the show of you guys.
No. Vega only sees potential victims. He doesn't see genres, creeds,
Dude,
or genders.
What's crazy? No, the funny part is that you go anywhere in this mother. Even if you go down to Miami, you're still hearing white people, brown people, black people, everybody. Right. Yo, what's up, nigga? Oh, not nigga. What you got going on?
Oh,
nigga?
dude.
By the meantime, online, people are like, "Oh my God, what did he say?"
Man, I almost Vega. I almost busted out my camera the other day because right out fucking side of my door, dude, I got this big plaza. And it's fucking insane, right? It's all brothers, and there was this one white dude on a skateboard going, "Listen, my N-word, I gotta tell you about this. I cracked this N-word open." I was like, I was sitting here with my mouth agape. I'm like, I'm about to see a motherfucker get shot.
When I close my eyes and I see a perfect world, that's what I see. That's what I see in a perfect world.
Yeah,
but
sure.
that's what I mean, Dave.
I agree.
That's what I mean, though, Dave. When you go outside and you're interacting with a gang of people like from all races and colors, which the people on Twitter apparently don't, because they think the world is racist. Except when you actually go out there and you're talking with all these people of all races and colors and ages, it's not like that. People are mostly chill, dude. And they don't talk shit when people walk away either. They're like, "That cracker ass cracker."
No,
they say
that's not true. I've been there.
You know what? It depends on the crowd. That's subjective as well. It depends on the situation of the crowd because I've seen people.
I'm not saying planet Earth. I'm just saying.
I have seen now that story that I just told. I have seen the opposite, where one N-word, and even in the best of context, has got a dude's wig split. You know whose wig split got split?
Yes.
This motherfucker's right here, because I thought that I was cool with the group of people, and I used the word jigaboo. And I did not even know what it meant.
My favorite
I didn't even know what it meant. I didn't even say the full word. I said the word jig. I said the word jigs because there's this dude who used to walk in. He was a mortar. He was in our platoon. He was a mortar, and he fucking would come in every day and he goes, "What's up, my jigs? What's up, my jigs?" Every fucking day. And I've only known jig as in two fucking contexts: a dance and a fishing lure, because that's what it is. So I walked in one day, and I fucking remember this is the same guy who also tried to get a bunch of brothers to watch Blazing Saddles. So at 19, I was not the smartest guy in the world, but I walked in, I go, "What's up, my jigs?" The whole fucking room stopped, and I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Next thing I know, I'm waking up, getting explained to that I just got the fucking shit punched out of me. I just like, so.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't. Well,
I'm friends with a dude who literally, in the middle of class, got up on the table and sung the entire Alabama N-word song. Like, and,
I'm
and
an
he's like, I
Alabama.
don't care if you say the N-word. You say the N-word to him, he is not cool with it. He will beat your fucking ass. I've seen videos of him kicking people's asses because they said this.
He's one of the weakest people that exists on the earth.
Yeah.
That's so weak.
It's weak.
If one word drives you to violence, then you're the reason why the word has that power in the first place.
Yeah, like
You're the
literally.
Well, that's self-fulfilling. We give all words power. That's self-fulfilling. That goes without saying.
Dave, don't try and win the award right now.
No, it's true though. I mean, we give that power to words. What award? Fuck off! It doesn't matter at this point. This video's getting deleted. It don't matter.
All evidence gone, baby.
Vega dropped the N-bomb 3 times and nobody cares.
He's fucking Cuban. He's the right shade of brown. He can do it. Just like you can.
Vega, you said you're from Miami, right?
I'm from LA, Miami.
It actually, we're city people, so we don't see race. They actually do see race.
Everybody sees race, dude. Come on,
I mean,
that's some garbage.
No, I'm not saying that we don't see race. I'm saying that like race matters because in like New York or Miami, you're gonna shit on everybody equally. You can't survive in the city unless you walk around thinking that everyone else is peasants. Otherwise, you're just gonna get eaten alive.
Right.
Whereas in these small communities, like, oh, hey, it's like a Huckleberry Finn. There's N-word Jim. That's it.
You know what? You're not allowed to use that until you can actually tell me who wrote that fucking novel. You can't use that fucking argument again unless you tell me who wrote that.
I just got that right on a test. Oh, fuck! I can't remember.
You all are fucking stupid. Fucking.
It was Anne Ryan.
Yeah, it was Anne Rand. That's right. I can give you both. You can either use Samuel Clemens or you can use Mark Twain. One of the fucking two.
Mark Twain.
You don't get to say it now. You don't get to say it now.
William Tweed.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. All right, Delvine, let me get these other callers in.
Bye.
Bye, baby girl. See you later. Fucking goddamn it. All right, let's bring in Reaper O'Malley, who never unmutes his microphone on time. I always got to give him a countdown. Reaper O'Malley, you're live with Dead on Dave Vega.
Is he Irish? Can I whip out the potato juice?
Oh, Reaper O'Malley. How you doing there, buddy? There we go. What do you got for us? Reaper, motherfucker.
Oh, my earbuds were plugged in all the way.
You motherfucker. Fine, go on. What do you got?
I'm trademarked. All right, look. I got two. All right, look. Hey.
We're looking.
So, listen. All right, Ariana Grande, I love that kind of bitch. Let's be honest, bro. Them bitches who downgrade, my favorite kind of bitch. What's the problem?
Shout out to Jackie for dating me. Do you see how much more talented and how much more beautiful than she is?
She is. There's no. I'm gonna agree with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I love them bitches who will take a downgrade. That's a fact. Hey, but second thing is, I just enrolled for the army today. Actually, I got my.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Nice.
And
Just fucked up your life.
I just want to say that. No, I just want to say that you and Tommy, like the way you guys talked about it and shit, like made it kind of sound a good way. And I talked to the recruiters.
It's a lifestyle, brother. It's a lifestyle. Hey, you're on the phone with a true fucking hero right now. Vega is the real goddamn deal, dude.
Oh man.
Goddamn real deal.
I was a cook.
Served with Medal of Honor fucking winners, all right? Recipients, all right? This dude is a real fucking deal. You were a cook, my ass. You cooked motherfuckers' asses. Tell you that.
I make a mean lasagna as well as
you
spaghetti.
come cook for me. You're gonna cook for me one day.
Dude, I can only make cereal now. That's it, dude.
Good God. No, congratulations, man. It's a lifestyle, brother. Do you know any do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're going to basic?
No, not yet. I still gotta. I'm still 16, so I can't.
Oh, you're in the DEP. Okay, you're DEP program. Okay.
Yeah. I can't actually like do anything till December 16th is when I turn 17, and then I'll be full.
Congratulations, man.
But yeah, that's all I want to tell you. And like I said, Ariana Grande, I love those kind of bitches. I need me a bitch like that, bro, who's really about to take a downgrade for the cause. You know what I mean?
Hey, what kind of MOS you going into?
What you call it? I don't even know yet. I'm still like trying to figure everything out.
He probably hasn't even taken the ASVAB yet.
They just started telling me about it. I just looked. I took the mock one.
Okay.
Today, like, cause I'm trying to get ready for it, so I just want to make sure like I'm all. So I took like a mock one online today.
Okay.
All right. I think the storm's here, guys.
All right, Reaper. Thanks for the call, buddy.
What?
Yeah, I fuck with you.
What did he end up saying?
Nothing. That he loves bitches who fuck ugly motherfuckers like him.
Yeah. So shout outs to Jackie. Shout outs to Jackie.
All right, let's get these last couple of guys. I don't know why Bear jumped on late. I don't know. Wieners on Will. Hurry up. What do you got for us?
All right, so you were talking about Me Too and stuff, and I just wanted to say that a couple years back, I was at my birthday party, and there's this clown.
Oh God!
I could hear, I could smell alcohol on his breath.
A real clown? A real clown?
Yeah, a clown.
Oh,
I could
my
smell
God.
the alcohol.
Like Colossal is crazy? Are you telling? What did Colossal do?
It's not that beautiful British boy. He was going like, "Hey, que pasa, young little jalapenos?"
Oh,
I was like, "Okay." Okay, well, all right, and he just took me to the closet, made me eat out his asshole.
Shut the fuck out! Shut the fuck up! Get out of here! Doesn't matter. Yeah, eating a clown's asshole. That's fucking brilliant. That's good comedy.
Amazing.
Bear, last caller. What do you got?
We need more of those calls.
What do you got for me, Bear?
Hello, Dick.
I don't know. I just got.
I hate him.
What?
I fucking hate him so much. I hate him.
You don't hate me. You need me.
Yes, you're right. Go like a hemorrhoid. What do you got?
Completely.
Oh, God. What do you want?
This is. I have to talk to Assburger first.
Talk to him.
Okay.
What's up?
So, I need to be here to warn you to make sure. Try not to get any.
Fuck off. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. He was going to go on a too tall rant. Fuck him. No.
Wait, what?
No.
Fuck.
No. Fuck him.
What,
He's
try
going
not
to
to
tell
get a
you that I'm
bigger
going to destroy you. You're already bigger than me, okay? You can destroy me with your fucking thumb anytime you want. He's going on a too tall rant. Fuck him. No.
What is that? What does that even mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I had a co-host named Too Tall. This dude, he fucking left me. I didn't get rid of him. No, I'm not doing it. I'm
Your
not
head red free right now, dude. You're shook.
I'm not doing it. No, because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this
You're
shit.
shook.
No.
I'm so lost right now.
No, I had a co-host who left me, and yet somehow I'm the blame for this motherfucker. No, fuck off. No. Fuck you, Bear. It's a meme.
I'm gonna abandon you.
It's a meme. No, I'm gonna turn on you. Is what he's saying. No, fuck him. It's a meme. Fuck that. No, he is not doing this again. He's done it too many times. He's not doing it again.
I have kissed a man in front of hundreds of thousands of people with tongue. All right. If I was already gonna get. Oh, have you not seen the famous makeout scene between me and Monkey Jones?
You can't unsee it now.
No. Here, let me get you. I think.
No, I'll pass it. I'll pass on it.
Yeah. You were infantry. Right?
Yeah. We know all about that gay shit, huh?
Any hole's the goal. All right, boys.
There it is. There it is. Right. Oh, I can't put images there. Damn.
No.
I don't have any mod pads.
Vega, tell the kids what's going on with you and where they can find you and all that good shit.
Shit. I didn't expect to stay on this long, but
you always stay on this long.
Yeah, you always.
No, well, usually I'm talking shit.
Tommy show, this show.
No, Tommy show.
No, Tommy gets him off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I've seen him there for a while.
Well, only because like at the end, I don't know, he waits. But whatever, fucking, I'm dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos I think next week.
God damn.
And then. Yeah, 3 of them are the old ones. I got the channel trailer, then the trigger, and then how to make the shit that I'm making.
Cool.
And then that way you can learn. But then I don't know, just go to Twitter and subscribe to the fucking the new channel.
You're such a good promo guy.
I suck at it, but whatever, man.
No, I know. I was being sarcastic, motherfucker. Yes, I know.
I know you're being sarcastic. I'm admitting that I suck at it. I don't care.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, dude. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Later.
All right, I'm going to have to borrow money from you one day. Goodbye. Talk to you later. Good stuff. All right, Assburger, tell the kids where they can find you and all the wonderful stuff that other people in your life are doing that you're claiming credit for.
You can find me at Jackie Anderson on YouTube. That's me. Make sure you listen to all my song covers. And don't talk shit about how much prettier I am than my boyfriend and how I should leave him. So yeah. Let me just end it by saying, fuck Ben Saint.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I can roll with that.
Fuck Ben Saint.
I'll support you.
This video would be deleted anyway.
It's probably I think I have to. I don't think I can keep this one up.
Well, how did we do for the return of the wildest show that you?
Well, I'm pretty well. I'm deleting the videos. I think we killed it. I think we crushed it. I think we. I don't know. Should I leave this up? I mean, like,
I think I'm done. Like, being cautious because it's over.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts.
Screw it. We'll see what happens. You know, this will be the test run. If I get taken down, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
They never take down anyone for saying.
Yeah, no.
They take them because iDubbbz is still around.
That's true.
Tana Mongeau straight up said it like.
That's true. Fuck it. No, screw it. I'm keeping it up. It's fine.
You
got hit before, Dave. Yeah, but now, that was for advertising, though.
Yeah, but that was for like the weirdest reason ever. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, at the very least,
whatever Vega tells me to do, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start listening to Vega on all things in life. As much, I think that's the best way to go. Oh yeah, unlist it. There you go. Well, no, because it's still up and people can still report it. You know.
I have things unlisted that have gotten me banned before.
Yeah.
From my own channel, so
I don't know.
It really just did. And somebody's told me that like it's a PCP thing to like flag my videos. I think so. I think it might be. I think if this goes down, the Ben Saint drama might be related.
It could be. Yeah, I might go ahead and just take this down as a precaution.
So,
yeah,
we'll see. But
all right.
Still out,
well, regardless, I appreciate everybody being here. Hopefully, you enjoyed it and tell your kids about it. It was a fun time. All right.
Yeah.
Assburger,
sure
thank you very much.
YouTube channel. Thanks for having me again. I missed this show.
I do too.
It's like you're not E-rich. You're not E-rich.
I'm not E-rich at all. I'm not rich in any capacity. There's not even a lot.
No, E-rich is a man. E-rich is a man.
I didn't know that. I don't know who that is.
No idea. I can't have a point because I just go lizard brain.
I know. I see that. All right, kids. We're out of here. Give a little bit of love to the patrons. I'm going to go ahead and play it just in case I do continue to keep it up. I'm not 100% sure yet. We will see you next time, hopefully right here on Dead on Dave on YouTube. Keep it copious, folks. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Thank you for everybody who supported and donated today and all these motherfuckers here who support on Patreon. Peace! Fuck this fucking computer. Goodbye, everybody.